What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope y'all can see the prompt. Well, when y'all start coming up in here, I hope y'all can see the prompt. Let me know what's going on. Waiting for y'all to join. Hello, come on over. Come on over, love bugs. So we can get this party started. So today's live stream is going to be about why the prompt says, why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? And then it's going to be, the next one is, why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? Thank you, Taki Star. Thank you. And you all know that recently the Oscars aired, and Michael B. Jordan, hello, D. Michael B. Jordan literally said he wanted to thank his mom. She was like in the front or the second row. And he wanted to thank his dad that flew in from Ghana. And I've seen multiple videos of Ghanaian people saying, oh, we won an Oscar. Michael B. Jordan's father is Ghanaian. Like literally on the news in Ghana, they are saying that Michael B. Jordan is Ghanaian and they won an Oscar. And I've seen a video of a Ghanaian saying the only reason why he's so successful and the only reason why he is so talented is because of his African roots. And, you know, this is no shade or no slight. And they always say, why y'all always talking about Africa? Because y'all are always talking about us. Like, come on. This is no slight or no shade to Africans or any other immigrant class. Because I love all people. I have to put this out here. I know that, you know, the content seems divisive, but these are the things that we need to talk about because personally, my strong beliefs is that there has been a lot of cultural appropriation and an intentional push to ethnically erase Black American culture, Indigenous American culture, Solon culture, melanin-rich American culture. Y'all want to say FBA culture, ADOS, like we are all the same people. You could just choose to call yourself whatever it is that you want to call yourself. I'm not a part of any movements because I know people also have that misconstrued because you'll see me say certain, you know, words or use certain terms. I'm literally just me. I never even used to call myself Black until I started looking at it as an ethnic marker. I always referred to myself as melanin-rich American because I would be like, look at my complexion, it's brown. I was one of those. Absolutely 1,000%. I'll keep it real with y'all. I do not get up here and lie. Like, I always tell y'all the truth about things. You want to ask me what I think, I'll let you know. But I just think that it's ironic, thank you, OG, that now, like, Ghanaians are laying claim to Michael B. Jordan so hard and literally attributing his talents to the fact that he is African. And I think it's disrespectful. Michael B. Jordan, mom is from Shreveport, Louisiana. He said it out of his own mouth. And his dad's family is from Arkansas. He was born in California, I believe, but he was raised in Newark, New Jersey. And he is a Black American with a long lineage here. His dad is not Ghanaian. He never once mentioned that. Also, I did a video on a Puerto Rican man that said he was Black American. And he was as Black American as me because of his African ancestry. And I'm like, it's starting to get to a point. And then, of course, you guys know the Jamaicans are continuously and constantly saying that they created hip hop. Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans are saying that they created hip hop. Africans are saying that they're responsible for rhythm and blues, which is R&B. Asian people have the cultural appropriation with K-pop. So we literally get it from every angle where people are like usurping or just taking whatever it is that they want from our culture. But we seem to never be in a position to call it for what it is, which is appropriation. And I believe that it's because our culture is so broad and it's always evolving that people don't see it as culture. They think that it's just something that's up for grabs. And it's also because we've allowed that. We wanted inclusivity so bad. And I believe that Black American people in the United States of America, the way that we think is vastly different from other groups of deeply melanated people because of our experience with white people. Like, let's just keep it real. Our experience with white people has shaped us in a different way, to whereas we felt like we had to share everything that we got. We have to share everything that we've invented, and we have to always be inclusive. And it goes way, way deep, because lots of times we just wanted acceptance, and then the other times we just wanted to be left alone. So the only way that you could disarm your enemy is to make them your friend. And because we have so much cultural influence and we have a lot of beautiful talents, we said, hey, okay, I could disarm you by sharing what is naturally God-given to me, sharing it with you, so that maybe we could have, some type of mutual respect and understanding. Like, if I help you, then maybe you'll leave me alone. Maybe we could have some type of peace amongst each other. And hello, are y'all still there? DJ Kool Herc admitted out his own mouth that hip hop is Black American. Exactly. South American girl said that Black Americans didn't invent gospel music. Exactly. So I believe, like, the way that a lot of us thought was that because so many of us were prisoners of war, and naturally by nature we are very kind and giving spirited people, we always help people in a time of need. So it's crazy because we've literally been fed lies about who we actually are. And we started to internalize and believe those lies. We started to really believe that we didn't stick together and we didn't work together. Thank you, beautiful. Hey, thank you, Dark. What's your name? Dark. Wait, I missed it. Dark Chief. Thank you. We started to believe that we didn't work together and we don't stick together. And it's a lie. We always work together, and we always worked with other people. We've always worked with other people. Like Walter, Unc, Mr. Tendenism is a perfect example of how our relationship has been with outsiders since the inception of this country. Mr. Tenderism went into this Destination Smokehouse. He wanted to be a part of something. He said, okay, I know that I'm an asset, and I know what I could bring to you to help this thing grow. Thank you, Dark Chief. I appreciate it. I know what I could bring to the table to help this thing grow. But on the flip side, the pale-faced man has a more exploitive nature, has a more greed, a bloodthirst nature, a vampiric, parasitic nature. And for a long time, we only looked at the pale-faced man as having that type of nature toward us. But now that we're in 2026, we're starting to see that everybody has had that type of relationship with us. Collectively, I'm not talking about on an individual basis, because individually, there's people that I absolutely love that's from all different backgrounds. And I have to keep reiterating that because I think, because of what I talk about and the topics that I choose to tackle, and there's never any, there's always rhyme or reason with what I'm talking about. This is why I've curated my content in the way that I have, by way of playing what it is that I'm responding to, so that it doesn't seem like what I'm saying is just unfounded and it's just strictly xenophobic and just strictly because I'm emotional and I'm just hating on a goddamn on immigrant. Like, no, I play you all videos so you can hear and see. Thank you, Mrs. E. Thank you, Dark Chief. So you can hear and see what these people are saying and what it is that I'm responding to. We don't just come out of the woodworks having these conversations for absolutely no reason. So now that we're getting to see clearly who we are, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. And we're stepping into our power. Everyone is crashing out because they're like, wait a minute, this is the source. This has been the well. This has been the well. This has been the wishing well. This has been the gift that just keeps on giving. And we've never even ever been fully compensated for what we have contributed to the world. And I'm not just talking about in the days of old, because of course, like I said, the pale face has a very exploitive nature, a greed nature, a vampiric nature, a parasitic nature, a bloodthirst nature. Look at how our relationship has been with him. And we just wanted peace and kumbaya. So we felt if we could acclimate to his society, because he was cunning, he was charming, he had a superficial charm. He was able to woo a crowd. He was able to do magic tricks. He was able to introduce us to placebo effects. And who does that sound like I'm describing? The devil. And they present as your friend, like Miss Attendantism and Destination Smokehouse. And then once the smoke clears and you can see, then you say, oh no, this was all a ploy and a scheme that Todd set up just to steal, siphon, and suckle off of my energy, only so that person could really prosper and get ahead. And then you get backstabbed in the end, and now you're looking around trying to pick up the pieces. And that is what's been happening with us. And now that we're saying, you know, hey, you got these terms from me. They're saying, oh no, it's TikTok slang. That's TikTok slang. We're like, hey, that hairstyle is, I mean, my aunt created that hairstyle. No, it's African hair braiding. When in reality, the very idea of adding extensions in modern times, of adding extensions to your hair and the way that we do our hair braiding styles, it comes from Black America. We literally created hair weaving techniques. We were the ones in modern times to weft hair together and to introduce to the world different ways to apply extensions to your hair. So if you see some of the hairstyles that you see the Africans doing now with added hair, they wouldn't have been doing those type of braiding styles with added hair if added hair didn't become a phenom because of Black American women. We've literally culturally innovated so many things and created so many things, yet everyone else lays claim to them. And it's like, oh no, our ancestors, and they'll pull up some ancient African braids. And it's like, these are not the braiding styles that you're doing in 2026 though. And because our history has been buried, and, you know, a lot of our churches have been burned down, and a lot of our doctrines and pictures and everything of us has literally been hidden, we don't have all of the photographic proof and evidence from this once, even when cameras were first invented. They only photographed majority of us on plantations. Like, you have to really dig deep to see us as royalty, like here and noble and a part of high society in the Americas. It exists, but you got to dig deep. And I'm saying that to say that we have been such a pillar in the creation of this country and in the creation of things on a global scale, and we've never gotten credit, and we've always been told that we don't have any culture and we don't deserve credit because everything that we are and everything that we have derives from somewhere else, when it's just simply not true. And I think that what it all boils down to is that people are really upset that we do have such cultural equity, that so much so that they'll say, you don't have any culture, you don't have this, you don't have that, while literally dressing like you, walking like you, talking like you, acting like you. It's so crazy. It's like bizarre. Like, I'll just be looking around like, what in the Twilight Zone? And then when you ask these other people, well, what's your culture? What will they say? What do they tell you? Right? What do they tell you when you ask them what your culture is? The only thing a lot of these people say is, oh, well, we have our own language. A language that was given to you by whom? And just because you have language doesn't mean that your culture is more rich or more profound or more inspirational than others. You know? Okay. Oh, dang. We got, girl. Yes. Arrow. We got up to 11K. Thank you guys. Thank you. That was quick. They can't do it anymore though. Exactly, because they're waking up, and that's why everyone's mad and they want to argue and fight and yell. So thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you, baby girl. So I'm about to start letting people up on the panel. I do not have the energy for you all to be hooting and hollering and screaming. Sometimes I allow it because I understand, sometimes it's warranted. Sometimes it gets to a point, I get it. But I am not curating a space for beefs. I'm not curating a space just because you hear someone has an accent, you just automatically go off the handles. And I'm not curating a space for you to fly over the cuckoo's nest anytime something does not go your way. This is not an echo chamber. My panel is open for the likes of all sorts of people to come and express themselves as long as it's respectful. I believe that we can agree to disagree. I don't think it's productive for us to just talk amongst ourselves on a public platform. If we just want an echo chamber and only want to talk to people with exactly the same views and ideas, then we need a private Discord. We do not need to be on a public platform. Okay. Please do not talk over each other. I am going to set, hey CJ, thank you. I'm going to set a timer for everyone to have 3 minutes to speak. Sometimes you could go over a little bit, but for the most part, I don't like it when people are talking for 10 minutes. If you want to talk for that long of a period of time, like how I just gave my monologue, this is my panel, this is my page. Start your own live stream if you want to hear yourself talk for just 50 minutes straight. Because it's not respectful to other people that join the panel to have to wait forever for you to continuously talk. And I also don't like when people want to continuously hog the mic. Like, it's not fair. You got to let other people get a word in edgewise. So we still tweaking it and getting it together so that this could be more smooth sailing and more smooth flowing. If I have moderators, if you up in here, don't block anybody. Please do not. I don't like that. I think it's inappropriate for anybody to be blocking somebody out of my chat unless I say, okay, yeah, they got to get the hell up out of here, or I do it. Muting, of course, if it's absolutely necessary and people saying crazy stuff, then okay. But yeah, I don't really block people like that unless they like really saying something crazy to me. All right. Let's get this party started. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope y'all are having a good night. Oh, excuse me. It's not okay, but we have bigger fish to fry. Look at what the administration is doing. Okay, just doing homework. Okay. Just vibing, period. Hey, Belle.
Hello, hello. How are you?
What's up?
Oh,
Girl,
nothing
who
much.
that in the background? You got a hot date? What's going on? Oh, she must do got a hot date.
No. I promise you it was a Twitch stream playing, which is kind of scary.
I said,
But
what's going on over there? It sound like it's hot and heavy.
no. It's cold up here, unfortunately.
What's up?
Nothing. I just joined, so I saw it was a little bit of a short line, so why not jump in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why they constantly try to take credit for Black Americans' culture and success. I think it's I think we've made it really easy to get in where you can fit in.
Yeah.
And unfortunately just taking our kindness for weakness. I always make the same point if I'm being honest. We let them do it and they gonna keep doing it. People with a predatory mindset, they're never gonna just be like, you right, you weak, let me not rob you. Like they never gonna do that. Um and why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? It's not. And I just think it's crazy that they make it their excuse for doing it is just that, well, y'all let me. And I just think that's such like a loser thing, such a low self-esteem kind of vibe.
So what did you think about Ghanaians claiming Michael B. Jordan's Oscar?
I thought it was really embarrassing. I thought it was super duper embarrassing. Like they overly jumped at it. It's like you never supposed to come off that thirsty.
Damn.
It was super, super, super thirsty. And I kind of feel the same way about the people who keep bringing up the other guy, the older guy, Delroy Lindo.
Oh, yeah.
I feel the same way. It's probably gonna be a couple of years before it all unravel, but he gonna come out and reveal his true colors too. You should
Isn't
watch.
he Caribbean?
I think he's from the UK.
Oh, well, okay.
And it's so funny. One of his most viral clips is him being on that news station urging a white guy to say the N word. And it's like,
Yo, wow. And he not even a lineage Black American.
exactly. Because the
That's
white guy was like,
crazy.
why can y'all say it and we can't? So he said, so say it.
I just when I initially saw that, I just thought he was trying to like put the guy in a bad space. But then now thinking about the fact that he is, well, most of the people over there in the UK is literally like first, second gen. Even though he's
Mm-hmm.
older, he probably literally was fresh off a boat going to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But dang, girl, I didn't even think
Exactly.
about that.
It's like he shouldn't have been there to represent black, you know what I'm saying, in the first place. But it's like, shout out to the internet. Long story short, it's so
Wow.
much stuff been going on that our parents and our aunties never even probably caught on to because it just wasn't in their environment. Like even me, I was not raised around these people at all.
Really? Where did you grow up in the Midwest or the South or?
Michigan, not
Oh,
Detroit, but suburbs of Detroit.
yeah. Oh, dang, I didn't put the time in, but it's okay. It's you, and it's just a couple people up here.
Yeah, I didn't grow up around them. I had one African friend. She was the only African girl in my school from kindergarten to high school. She was the only one.
Oh, they said he's Jamaican British.
Yeah, still beans and crumpets.
Oh, not the beans and the crumpets, Lord.
Definitely shouldn't be on the news telling nobody to say the N word.
Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that, but you absolutely have a point.
It'll be a couple of years. Watch after all of this settled down, and he didn't bigged himself up, and he see now that he's getting his recognition, he gonna reveal his true colors. I could see it coming.
Oh no, you think he gonna turn on us?
Not all the way, but it's gonna be a scandal. Whether it be a huge scandal, it's gonna be something where he shows colors a little bit because they already trying to like push him out there, and it's like, oh, but why didn't he get an award? Because he
What?
didn't. And to be honest, I think it's more crazy that the younger boy wasn't nominated.
Miles, right? He was
Yeah,
amazing.
he made the movie.
Hmm. He was amazing. I don't know how he didn't get nominated. He should both him and Michael B should have been nominated for best actor, in my opinion.
And yes, mine too. He made the movie. The movie was all about Sammy. Of course, Michael B. Jordan is fine, and the characters were obviously written to be fine, but that young boy acted his ass off.
And that was his first movie. Wow.
Hmm. So I guess they couldn't give it to him, which I get it. Sinners did have to fight to get even a little bit of recognition.
Yeah. They heard us hooting and hollering on the internet.
They did, and then they tried that, the N word stuff with that Scottish man, and I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because they literally used that man.
Mm-mm. All right, thanks, Boo.
Alrighty, I'm gonna drop.
Okay. Vanessa Williams, hello. Can we have your ethnicity? And you could go ahead and answer the prompt.
How you doing, Love Jones? I'm Black American. You have to excuse me. I'm a little nervous. Um,
Oh, it's fine.
time being on a big content creators live like this.
It's all
Um,
good.
why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? To be perfectly honest, I don't know because on one hand, they say that we have no culture and that we're lazy, and they come to this country acting like it, talking like that they're better than us.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, they come to this country also copying and dressing and talking the same way that we do, and claim that y'all had a lot to do with it because you grew up in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's and but I wanted to touch on the whole African situation as well too, because I remember not so long ago they was making fun of slavery
Mm-hmm.
and they were bashing us, mocking police brutality, and they were just mocking us. They were disrespectful towards us, and they said, and they denied being black. They said we don't do black here. We're not black here. We're African. We go by tribes. And Black Americans like, okay, cool. So you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna call ourselves Black American. We're not African. Now all of a sudden they begging us to claim our African roots. They want us to claim the roots so bad. Nah, stay African and I'm gonna stay Black American. Remember, you know black. You African. Keep it that way. But my thing, and why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? And Black Americans, I love us. I love us so much. But this is where we have to like kind of, it's kind of our fault because we allow these people in. We allow these people in. And now, I'm not going to say all of us, but there are some out there who allow these people into our culture because they're friends with these non-Black folks and disrespect us when we bite back. Like say for instance, okay, I have Asians and Mexicans telling me that saying the N-word is part of Cali culture. That
Oh my
saying the
God.
N-word is part of, oh, you didn't grow up in New York. That's how we all do down here.
Oh Lord.
I have to tell me that it's a Texas thing. You ain't from Texas. That's how we all greet each other. Basically telling me it's everybody's culture. You got me
Mm.
swept up. Because if you call me the N word, I'm gonna slap the rice and beans out your mouth.
Oh, I don't promote no condone violence, but go ahead.
Sorry about that. Because it just had me riled up. But yeah, I feel like and just because you were raised in the hood doesn't mean that you were raised by all Black people, raised around all Black people. You grew up around the Black folks that allowed you to be that way. Keep it that way. Keep it within that group. Don't go around here because one thing that you weren't taught is that not all Black people look at you the same way that your Black homies look at you. And y'all try to, like I said, they sit here and they disrespect us, but they love our culture.
Okay.
And they see how influential we are, and they say, "Hey, I want a piece of that too." So I'm gonna come up with this whole scenario that, oh crap, okay, I gotta get down.
What
Got
happened?
I got a
Oh,
violation.
dang. Okay, boo. We'll
All
come
right.
back up soon. See, that's why I be telling y'all not to cuss. Like, we trying to keep it cute so we don't get restrictions. So no cussing, no, saying that you're gonna bop somebody upside the head, or um just try to be, and you guys double tap the screen because that helps, and and like y'all leaving comments, it helps us to not get restrictions with just like the more interaction that we have on here or whatever the case may be. But what she said wrong, I don't know. It's very sensitive on this platform. It's probably because she said she would bop them, y'all get what I'm saying, like with the backhand. Thank you, Doc Chief. That's probably why. That's the only thing I could think of. But it really is. Like I think like since I'm the host, I could probably get away with certain things, and I even though I cuss sometimes, I know what to say. You know what I mean? Like I'm not yeah. But so let's not cuss, you guys. Let's not use choice words. Not as a big monitoring spirit. That part. Let's just try to keep it clean so we don't get any restrictions. And I need to put the timer on. Okay, so truth be told, 8:33. Can we have your ethnicity? And you could go ahead and answer the prompt. Okay, I put the timer on. Truth be told, you could come off mic.
All right. So um, I'm Caribbean, and
Are you
I've been here.
Jamaican or Panamanian or
I
Puerto
don't know if
Rican?
you, no, because it's to me for me to go into explanation because it's really I'm like Latin America where I'm from. It's like Latin American and Caribbean at the same time, but it'll probably take the whole time me trying to explain where it
Oh,
is.
so just saying a country will take the whole time? Okay.
Oh no, you heard of GT before?
No, but you
Guyanese
just taught me
culture. You heard
something.
it? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've
So
been
it's
in
the only
Guyanese.
English. It's the only English speaking country in
In
Latin
South
America.
America. It's the only
Right.
Caribbean. I know.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what I was gonna say to answer the question, I feel it goes both ways. Because when I was a kid and I saw Caribbean movies and Americans were, acting as a Caribbean, and they were like, and it wasn't sounding nothing close to, they're like, yeah, man, Mike the Beach, man. It sounded insulting to me, and I was like, dang, we can't find any actors right here in, in the Caribbean. Um, is it when it comes to even when people I hear people talk about like looking down. If I had the pleasure of living home and living in the United States, when I was home, even your own family, when they come back from the United States, they have a way of looking down or complaining about everything. Oh, it's hot here. Oh gosh, where's the water? Ooh, what's that? Why it smell like that? And it always felt like people was looking down. And for a lot of people, they told themselves like, you know what? If I ever come to the United States, I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna do the same thing how you made me feel lesser or inferior. That's gonna be my, I can't speak for everybody, but I know for me, I found a balance because I knew where it was coming from. A lot of people, when I came here in elementary, a lot of people, the stuff they said to me, I'm like, man, that's the same stuff white folks said to
What
black
did they
folks.
say?
No, like when people would talk down and be like, hey, where you from? Do they do this? Do that?
Is that
And
talking down or is that asking questions?
no, the same way, guess what? When I started working corporate jobs and they're like, hey, do all black people do this and all black people? And I'm like, these sound like the same. Like I'm playing part two. Now I'm only doing it with white people. So I saw the same thing that white folks did to black folks. I saw black folks said, I got to find somebody to do it. Let me try doing it to the foreigners.
I'm
So I
trying to
felt like,
understand because if I ask you like, oh, is it true that in the Caribbean you guys drink well water? I wouldn't
how
say
you
that that
ask
was,
it.
I
I would
wouldn't
say how
think that
you
that
ask
was
it.
looking, but
No,
I
you know what I
wouldn't
would say?
say that
Oh,
was
sorry,
looking
sorry.
down or
But
talking
here's
down
what,
on you.
and it wasn't everybody because some people be like, "Oh, do they got this where you at? Because where you from? Because I can't go there." And then some people will be like, "Man, if y'all got this, or I bet y'all got the bomb this or bomb that. The next time you go home, take me with you." So I found a balance where I found Black Americans that would actually wouldn't talk down. You can tell when somebody's talking down to you versus, "Hey, I'm interested where you from. The next time you going to take me with you." That kind of vibe, it builds a balance. And then I did get my version of ignorance too. So to me, I think I found a balance to where I don't look at all people a certain way and I don't hate. You know what I'm saying? Or have this like when I go on some of these panels, I hear like the heavy hate that a lot of people got because I've been stuck between two worlds. If I go home now, they consider me American because they be like, "You don't left too long. You've been in the United States longer than you've lived here." Because I came
Okay,
here in
so I
elementary
have to
school.
interject because I don't think you really answered the prompt. The prompt says, why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? And you said you think that it goes both ways because you saw some Black Americans play a couple of Caribbean roles speaking with a janky accent. But that is not the same as taking credit for the successes, saying we created reggae, even though the first reggae song ever recorded was by Black American, and a lot of other genres of music was inspired by the types of music we were doing here. These big cultural iconic reggae artists, they've said those themselves, but we don't go around laying claim to soca, or we're not saying, oh well, we just because y'all come here and make fetty or whatever types of food and we know how to make it too, then that's all of ours, we do it too. We don't do that. So I don't think that that's the same. I don't think that goes both ways. I don't think what you're describing is the same as what happens to Black Americans on a large scale, and not just by deeply melanated immigrant groups, but everybody. Asian people are doing K-pop. Indian people are running around rapping, saying the N-word. Like, it's literally a thing.
I, if I can, all right, thanks for bringing me back in. So I think that happens anywhere Black people are. People wouldn't even know one of the largest or the largest reggae group is owned by uh, Japanese record company, VP Records. So I think anywhere Black people are, I think or I can just speak for myself. Like I think we struggle with
Hi,
ownership.
sister. How are you?
What is going on? I'm sorry. We having a discussion
Sister,
about
wait
something.
5 minutes from Syria.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think anywhere. So I think if it was ownership, anytime you have ownership over something, it's hard for people to take claim of it. And I think, um, well, like I said, I don't want to speak for Black Americans, but I think even in the Caribbean, the carnivals. You go all the way, like I said, my country is right above Brazil. Brazil have the largest carnival, and the carnival was boosted by slavery. Like the whole reason of a carnival is when slaves got free, they took it to the streets and they started dancing, and it became a carnival. Brazil has the biggest carnival, but the white Portuguese in Brazil is who gets all the money. So anywhere on a planet that you can think where Black people are, because we struggle with ownership, it makes it easy. And they call a lot of the stuff or all of it is African, like samba and all that. This is African, but they slap Brazil on there, so other races like the white Brazilians can take credit for it too. They'd be like, "Oh, it's a Brazilian thing," and oh, when it's really an African, it's the things that the slaves brought. So I think I don't know if that it applies to Black America, but the
It
lack of
doesn't,
ownership,
but I think you
the lack of
answered to the
ownership,
best of your ability.
right? The
So
lack
I'm
of
gonna get
ownership is
to
really it.
the next person. Okay, the Christine, hello. Can we have your ethnicity? You could go ahead and answer the prompt. Wait, let me give you a timer.
I'm librarian,
Okay.
and I don't really know what culture appropriation that you're referring to. So I don't.
Are
I
you in
mean,
America?
yeah,
Is this you in your picture?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
You don't
What
think
do
that
you?
you look like a Black American woman?
In what way?
The way that
I
you're
think I look.
dressed, the way that you
I
do
think I
your
look.
makeup, your lace front, the way that you
I'm.
sound, you're talking like one of us.
I'm talking like one of y'all.
Yeah, you don't sound. I'm sure your natural accent is not the way that you sound right now. I would
My
love to hear
natural
it.
accent.
A
This is
Liberian accent is not what you sound like now.
so I'm culture appropriating your accent.
So, cultural appropriation is an unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of customs, practices, ideas of one people or society by members of another society, more dominant people of society.
So one in my picture, I'm not wearing a lace front. They're locks.
Oh, my bad. It looks like I can't see.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't think I sound like I'm culture appropriating a Black American. This is just my voice. I can't change how my voice. I was born here, so I have an American accent, but I don't know.
Those are goddess braids, somebody said. I can't really see your, it's not big to me, so I can't
It's
see.
not
So,
goddess braids, they're locks.
does it have added hair or is that your natural locks?
It's not my natural hair now.
Okay.
Yeah, they do that in Africa too. We have braids there. Locks, we do that too. So I don't know how I'm
Oh, they
culture.
said you got lace fronts and ponytails in your other pics. Okay.
You guys created ponytails because the ponytail in my picture is my real hair. It's just straight hair.
No, but we created extensions. We did. You laughing? Do some research. I could give you the name of the woman. Like weaving extensions, the extensions that you guys add to your braids. That's not an African thing. Not in modern times.
Really, I you could go to
Mhm.
Africa right now in modern times and they're doing braids there.
Because they've adopted North American hairstyle practices. Like we exchange things. But the thing is, where it gets to a point is that we don't ever get credit for anything that we contribute. It's always attributed to other groups of people.
I don't feel that way, but I mean, I feel like there's things in like African culture, Liberian culture that are specific to us, and there's things in Black American culture that are specific to y'all. But I don't think that you can look at me and say I'm appropriating a Black woman because I do my makeup a certain way, or I don't know how like
Okay. Well,
make.
you could look up Christina Jenkins when you get a chance for
I'm
like
looking.
hair weave techniques. And even the idea of you straightening your hair with a straightening comb was innovated and invented by a Black American woman. So there's just certain things that we
So
have.
that's culture appropriation to straighten your hair.
No, baby doll, I didn't say that. I'm just talking about hairstyle innovations.
That's
Straight
cool. Like it's
hair
cool. It's cool to
is
have innovations and
genetics,
stuff,
not
but
culture.
no, that
Hairstyles is related and directly tied to culture, but not straight hair because straight hair is genetics.
right. So I'm saying like it's cool and all to innovate stuff, but to say that if somebody else does it, they're culture appropriating is a stretch. Like I had
Why
somebody
is it a
tell me.
stretch? Oh,
I
go
I
ahead.
had
Let me
some
let you
I
finish.
had somebody tell me the other day that Africans cannot wear hoodies because that's culture appropriation. or jeans, because that's culture appropriation. Like it gets to a point, like
What point does it get to, though?
it gets to a point where like every single thing is being said that somebody owns it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's culture is it's meant to be appreciated. Yeah, that's great, that's beautiful and all that. But at the end of the day, like you can't just say that everyone can't do something because somebody else created it. Like it doesn't make sense. Like I can't wear a hoodie.
Okay, so if I went around dressed like a geisha or wearing a sari or wearing a sombrero, you would know where it came from, and you wouldn't say it gets to a point if people from those respective cultures told you the roots of it. It gets to a point where it becomes disrespectful when someone tells you the root of certain things and you have a condescending tone and you get defensive instead of
I'm not
saying, yeah, you know
defensive.
what? Okay, wait, let me finish. And you could be like, okay, I'll look into what you just told me instead of like shooting it down or being like, oh, it gets to a point. I think that's rude. I think it's condescending and I think it's disrespectful. Because if I was wearing something that was from Liberia, or if I was doing something that was akin to something that Liberian women created or innovated, or wearing something that you guys invented, and you told me, I wouldn't be like, well, it gets to a point. I would be like, okay, you know, like we do cultural exchange. And the only reason why we're even having these conversations now is because when we do bring it up, we get this type of vitriolic pushback. And I don't think that's okay.
I mean, you looked at my profile picture and you said that I look like I'm trying to be a Black American woman.
You do look like a Black
I
American. You
feel
said before
offended by
that.
that. I
And you
feel
know
offended by
what?
that because I'm
It's
not
unfortunate that you feel offended.
because I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not.
I'm
Like,
not, you're not a Black American
Quick
woman though, and
question.
I'm not trying
and
to
I don't
offend
want to
you.
be.
You do though, because you don't look like a Liberian girl.
What? Like
You're not
what?
dressed like a
My
African.
features to the T. Like, baby, I can wear whatever I want. At the end
Please
of
don't
the day,
call me baby. Don't be rude. I'm
you
talking to
call
you
me
in a
baby
nice
doll
subtle
multiple
tone.
times. So
And
why are you offended if I call you baby when
I'm
you've
not
been calling me
offended. I
baby
just
doll?
I don't. If you didn't like it, then you could have said something, and I would
I
have
don't
course
mind it,
corrected.
but how are you gonna call
So
me
if
something? How are you
I
gonna call me
don't, we're
something and
not
get
the.
mad that
You
I
need to
called you it
relax. You
too?
need to relax. If I don't like
You're talking
something,
over me.
and if I don't like something, and you do, and you're okay with it, we're two different people. You could have said, "I don't call me baby doll," and I would have been like, "Okay."
I mean, I had no problem with it.
Exactly, and I do. So now what?
So you have a problem with something. So you find offense to the name that you've been calling me.
And do.
So then don't call me that if you think it's
If
a
you don't,
condescending
I don't
thing.
think it's, if you don't like something, you could say, don't call me it. Other people can call me it, but your tone has already been something that it turns me off. So I'm already like, oh, you so defensive. So now I have to be on defense more. I'm matching your energy. And that's what's happening.
I'm pretty monotone. I don't know. But hey, if that's how you feel, if you feel
Is she monotone, y'all? Or did she start with a certain type of
Nah, she got an
tone?
attitude. She got an
okay.
attitude.
I don't feel like I do, but hey.
They said, no, you
All
just
I said,
yelled.
because you was talking over me, we was both getting loud, but we're back to a good space. I was just saying, like, I don't like when like people say I'm cosplaying a Black woman because I do my makeup a certain way or because I have locks or because I wear lace fronts. Like, I'm still a Liberian girl to the T. Like, you look at me, you know that's an African girl. Like, no denying it. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, clearly this exchange hasn't been anything that you wanted to probably gain some insight from because you were immediately defensive, which I understand. I understand why you're defensive. I completely get it because when someone like kind of gives you pushback or goes against, it's like cognitive dissonance. When you believe
I
something
don't know
to be
what you're talking
true,
about.
you see, you don't want to learn anything. It's unfortunate.
Learn what?
Girl,
We all
bye.
copper.
I'm
At
gonna
the
get
end of
off.
the day,
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off here, but I want to ask a quick
color
question.
skin.
Hold
I
on,
want to
man.
have a
Let's
quick
get our
question.
turn, bro.
One mic,
I'm gonna get
mic.
off.
Thank you, 1755.
I'm gonna get off, but I want to ask one quick question. Is it fair to say if you're saying that as Black foreigners, if we
Just
do
wait your
something that,
turn, bro. It's on me next.
Yeah, I
but,
don't think it's your
but
turn. You gotta wait, unless if you gotta leave
to
right
ask
now,
a
then you can
question,
go.
to
No,
ask a question.
No,
no,
wait.
it's
Wait
in
your
order.
turn patiently, like
It's
I've
in
been
order.
waiting.
Go. I believe that it's FBAJ, and then I think it's Flying My Eagle, and then Leia. I hope I'm going in the right order, you guys.
Yeah,
And
you
then
right order.
Petunia. Go ahead, FBAJ.
Okay. ZZ. Lil John. I want to answer the prompt. Why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black American cultural success? I think it's because they don't have their own cultural success. They try to link themselves onto us. It's just like they trying to say Michael B. Jordan is a Ghanaian because he said his daddy flew in from Ghana. If they look so deep into that, like his dad, and like he was saying his dad is Ghanaian. Now when we know he's from Louisiana, and they from the South, they FBA all day, all on, But it's just a problem, because they don't have anything to fall on. They have to latch onto us because of our success, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to put.
You know what I'm saying? Because we so good at what we do, people want to grasp onto it. Oh yeah, we black. Oh, we the wood. But if they get a award or something, and there's somebody that's actually from their country, they'll say, "Oh, immigrants built the country," or you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is for the Ghanaians, or this is for the Haitians, or this is for, you know what I'm saying? But it's only when we have greatness. We great. We really them people, and people want to latch on to it. And I really want to wonder if those people are going to go back online, all these videos that's talking about Michael B. Jordan's Ghanaian, once they actually just do a quick Google search, would they make a video and say, "Oh shit, I was wrong"? I doubt they gonna do that though. They might just keep capping and pushing the narrative. Why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? It's not okay. But we are the standard. So everybody does it. Japanese, Africans, Jamaicans, everybody. We just them guys, and them ladies. We just built like that,
Mm-hmm.
That ain't
It's
really
it's
nothing we can do
Japanese,
about
sir. Japanese.
Huh?
it. Anyway, we just built like that. So they gonna do it anyway. I can come up with a word tomorrow, and it'll catch on, and they gonna
Not
start using that
Japanese.
word.
It's
Wait, you have
Japanese.
to please stop coming off. It's okay. We understand what he's saying. Just let the man land his plane. You got
Thank
go
you.
ahead and land.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just really built like that. Ain't really much we could do about it. We just great. Um, they gonna appropriate us, but all the thing we could do is really just uh, uh, gatekeep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gatekeep it and make it clear and precise about who we are and the stuff we come up with so we can get our credit, give our just due. And if they don't want to give us our
It's
credit or our just due,
concise,
All
not
right,
shut up.
precise.
you gotta get the
Concise.
fuck ASAP because you keep coming off your mic. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm not about to let you all continuously interrupt people. He has a timer on. If you don't have no decorum, I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to get restricted and I don't want to be cussing people out. But I could get there. I'm a bitch from Brooklyn. Let me give you another minute, FBAJ,
I,
and then
I,
you
I,
can.
don't, I don't need that. I don't
You
need that
good?
much.
Okay.
I don't need that much. But you get what I'm saying? We just built like that, and they can't help it. They can't help it. So hopefully they can get their stuff together and come up with something that we like, and maybe we'll promote them.
Okay, thank you. All right, now it's Flying My Eagle. Can we have your ethnicity? You can answer the prompt, and after that, it's gonna be Leia, and then Petunia. Go ahead.
Hey y'all, Cherokee, copper color, indigenous man.
Mm-hmm.
Been that since I was a child. And I was gonna say we don't go to Africa trying to cause no problem.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Africa trying to eat good, live good, go to the ocean, experience their culture. And that's what they're doing when they come to America. They're trying to, eat some soul food, dance like us, experience what we do in this country. So it's just a culture, experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no problem. I don't see no problem because at the end of the day, what are we wearing? What is your spirit wearing? What is your skin? Copper color, right? Melanin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no problem with me.
Wait, hold up. You gotta run that back. I'm sorry, I was reading something and I see people saying no, they're not agreeing with you. So what did you say? You said if we're all copper colored, then we could all do the. Could you run that back?
I said we at the end of the day we are copper color. Haven't you bought shea butter from Africa?
That's not saying that I invented shea butter, though.
No,
I,
no,
I
I'm
think that you
saying
guys are like confusing what's
no, I'm
going
saying
on.
I'm saying that's
Cultural
their culture.
exchange, flying, cultural. There's nothing wrong with cultural exchange. That's what I was trying to tell a girl that was like very off-putting with her disposition. There is absolutely nothing wrong with cultural exchange. The problem comes into play where people will not, they refuse to give credit to Black Americans while simultaneously usurping and absorbing
Yeah.
our cultural attributes and contributes to the entire globe. And we are tired of it. Cultural exchange is normal. But I'm not going to get up here and be like, what is cultural appropriation? What are you talking about? And I'm sitting up here with a sombrero on. Or I'm sitting up here literally dressed like a goddamn geisha. Or I'm sitting up here wearing a sari. I think that is that. I don't think, but I know that is what the issue is. And then on top of that, these people say they created it. Imagine I'm playing bachata and I say, what are you talking about? Cultural appropriation. I invented this because I know how to shake a tambourine. That is what's happening to Black Americans. It's not just about cultural exchange. That's human nature. Nobody's just trying to exchange. They're taking our shit and telling us we don't have anything and looking in our faces and gaslighting us and saying, what are you talking about? I'm not looking like you. I'm not dressed like you. I'm not doing shit like you. While literally mirroring every fucking thing that I do. It's outrageous.
Respect our inventions, respect our culture. We don't want to delineate against you. We want you to come here to the North Shores of Northern Continent and just kind of give us some respect when you come here because we putting it out. All of the world come and experience our culture. So I agree with you. Respect what we have done, and then we can get along. That's all I'm saying. You come here and you prosper. You send your money back to your continents. We did that. You're riding our backs, and so all we ask is just a little respect and saying, you know what, I'm coming to America to benefit off of the indigenous melanated people in America, giving us a shout out. Then it's okay because they're not doing that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to give us that respect. But I demand that respect at the end of the day because you got traffic lights in Africa, right? Where'd that come from? An American brother, bottom line. So, stop playing in our face. Stop playing in our face. And then we can get along.
But
You
the
know,
thing
that,
is, Flying, they won't stop playing in our face because we've gone too long without saying anything. Even saying, oh, hoodies and jeans, that literally is streetwear, which is literally rooted in Black American culture. We literally wove jeans and cotton together. That was a part of our trade. Y'all just think we were all just slaves. No, my family literally owned hundreds of acres of farmland that had cotton on it. They still have it in Glasscock County, Georgia. These were things that we did outside of a pale face. Indigo, the blue dye in the jeans comes from Black American culture. And people don't know that because we've been exploited and we've been stolen from so much that now when we say it, they look at us like we're crazy. And instead of doing research and respecting us, they talk down on us. They turn their noses up and they basically say, bitch, fuck you. I'm not copying you. I didn't get this from you. And they did, and it's disrespectful. So I don't know how we could come back from that. I
But
don't know
guess
how
what?
we could
But
come back
guess
from
but
that.
guess where they're getting their outfits from? We're sending old clothes. You know, we're sending our clothes to Africa. They're wearing Gucci. They're wearing jeans from what we had created in America. You know, that's why they dress like us. Why don't you come to America and dress in your African garment?
Because they want to assimilate.
Exactly.
And the thing is, I don't care. Okay, I'm going to say it again, slower. Cultural exchange is a normal human practice. The problem is that we get absolutely no recognition, and people try to take our cultural invitation as a opener to erase us and swap out with us. And that is what the issue is. It is not about cultural exchange. Everyone does it. I eat tacos. That's normal. But I'm not sitting up here saying I created tacos because black tacos, because corn came from the Americas and the Americas was over here too, and cheese and all of this. Like, I'm not coming up with a billion reasons why I could lay claim to tacos.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about trading. What are you trading with us? What are you buying from us? You're not buying
Nobody's
nothing.
trading
You're
anything.
not buying nothing from us.
All right,
You're
Flying.
bringing
We
your
got to get to the
products,
next person.
right?
I'll come
You're
back to
bringing.
you, okay? I'm
Okay,
gonna let
all right.
Leia go. Go ahead. Hey, Leia, what's up, boo? You could go ahead and answer the prompt. Wait, before you answer the prompt, I just need to say this again. We do not gain anything from people as much as they gain from us. We just got to keep it real. I have not seen any equal cultural exchange with anybody as much as I've seen it from us to them. Go ahead, boo. Leia, you there? Go unmute yourself. Let me put your
Hold
count
on.
down. You ready?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to touch on a few things. I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible. But the first thing I want to touch on is Michael B. Jordan because I'm so proud of him. Me and him are from the same city. He's full blown Black American. Both of
Yeah.
his parents are Black American. His father just joined the Pan African movement, and that's why he was in Ghana.
Mm.
Um, he's not Guyanese or Guyanian, or I don't know how to say
Ghanaian.
that. Yeah, because honestly, like this whole thing would be, it wouldn't even be an issue if they just had some type of respect for us
Exactly.
naturally. We shouldn't have to ask them for respect. It should be a human decency to respect other people's cultures, you know. But I feel as though they feel like we're like this lost tribe of
Facts.
rejects and we don't have nothing. So it's like we don't have to respect them. So let me go into the prompt. Oh yeah, and another thing, those two people that were islanders, foreigners, I don't know where they're from. I
Yeah, one
forgot.
was from Africa, Liberia, and the other one was Guyanese from a Caribbean island in South America.
Okay, shout out to the Guyanese guy. You know, my nephew, he's Guyanese and Black American. But we told him to rep both cultures though, and yeah. But long story short, she was being very disingenuous and
Thank you.
very rude. And
Thank
the
you.
reason why she felt that way, because she felt attacked, because she knows for a fact she's portraying Black American trends, the styles, the talk, even how she was talking. Like, cause like I had a best friend and we were younger, you know. I'm an 80s baby. He was Nigerian. He's still my best friend to this day. We grew up together from like middle school on up. But he, when he first came to America, he was talking with a like thick accent. And as he's gotten older, yes, it kind of like went away a little bit because he's in America, you know.
Hmm.
But he never like denied the fact that he wanted to be like, he wanted to look like a Black American dude and all that. They used to pick on him, granted, but I feel like in the Black American culture, we pick on everybody. I got hiked on. I got teeth. I have a full fat nose. You know, I got teeth for my nose, my gap when I had a gap, so I got my teeth
Me
fixed. So it's
too.
like we come from a culture that we gel on people, we joke on people. So I feel like they just got to get tougher skin and go to therapy, whatever. Because like everybody that's Black American and had somebody say a joke about them. We hike on our family members. Like it's just in our culture.
Yep.
But I don't like how they was coming, the first two that's not Black Americans, because like you could just tell they're trying to like bounce around the main issue, which is these two questions on this prompt. They was just trying not to like just give credit when credit is due and try to what everybody does, the Mexicans, the everybody. They all want to make it seem like, oh, this is just American culture.
Yes.
This is not just American culture. And it's so disrespectful and it's heartbreaking because we created this from nothing. From nothing. We had nothing, you know? So, you know, when even with the slang talk, that came about because a lot of times, like, we was looking at from my neighborhood, we would create words because we, you know, the Spanish people had their own language. So we're like, we could create a language too. You know, so I feel like a lot of things we have is because we're very creative. But let me go to the first question. Why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? I feel like they try to take credit for it because I'm not trying to disrespect none of y'all. And I know it's a lot of y'all in here that's not Black Americans. 183 people in here. I know a lot of y'all not Black American. Y'all cultures ain't got nothing on Black American culture. No disrespect. Like, we come up with the most coolest, swaggiest, whatever you want to call it, like our anything. We could walk outside tomorrow and have a bow on one side of our head and let the other side hang down, and everybody start copying that.
Facts.
It's just something about our soul, our energy that's just like we're like leaders. We're like innovators. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nobody else culture like, yeah, y'all cultures is great. I love to like see all the different types of cultures, and I do plan on traveling the world once, you know, I get to that point where I'm able to embrace other people's cultures and go to where they are, you know. But it still ain't got nothing on Black Americans. No disrespect. That's why everybody wants to do it. That's why everybody want to take credit for it, because who don't want to take credit for something that's so great? Our culture is great, you know, and it's very rich and it's very like it's a money maker. Cause like one we could do one thing and everybody will want to start pouring more money into that. Look at the do rags. Look at the bundles. Like she said, oh, they doing it in Africa. Let me tell. I hope she's still up here listening,
I'm sure. I didn't block her.
sweetie. The reason why the African women are braiding like that with extensions and all that, because I remember back in the day, I used to go to the African braiding shops. They did not know how to do the styles we would tell them to do.
Yeah. Thank you. Or have to show them pictures.
Exactly. I used to be like, yo, you know how to do this? My homegirl, she busy right now. She can't do it. Like, you know how to do this real quick for me? You know what I'm saying? And I would literally be telling them what to do. So what the African women started doing was they started to learn how to do it. So when we come in, they be like, okay, we know what y'all want because y'all Black Americans. We know what y'all want and we want y'all money. So we gonna learn this technique to make sure we give y'all what y'all want. And then down the line, the African young girls, since they're in America now, they're seeing their friends like, oh, I'm about to get my hair done like you. That's where it comes from. It's not because it started in Africa and that's where it comes from. They're doing it over there too. No, they learned it from Black American women. And it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that. I don't understand why it's hurting their soul.
It literally unalives them, girl. They want to jump off a cliff.
They're like burning in the way she was getting amped up. I'm like, yo, love is not even wild. That's what made me. I wasn't even gonna like.
Because was I? You could tell the truth. Because I'm like, I'm really
no.
Not
You and but I'm gonna keep it real. You was trying to remain calm.
I was.
I felt the energy. I'm like, because I felt like snapping with you. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I'm like, she's not even coming at you crazy, girl. Relax. You know. And then, why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? Like I said, because what other culture are they gonna appropriate? I'm not trying to be funny here, you know what I mean? But it's like, who don't want to be a Black American? We just have that it factor. So I'm gonna land my plane right here, and I'm gonna say this: we don't need to be begging for respect. I'm tired of that. oh, if you guys just come over here and be nice to us and respect our culture, they're not going to do that because obviously they don't have respect for us. So we got to stay on their necks. We got to really approach people with, a little respect with it though, because you don't want to be rude. Because I be questioning like, how was y'all raised? Because as a Black American, we was raised on respect. Like the way they be talking, it's like who raised y'all? And it's like all of them, the Hispanics, all of them, they just come crazy
With nasty
immediately.
attitudes. And
Yes.
I try to be neutral, but it's a lot of the women. I'm not even gonna hold you. They just talk with this condescending, like I'm better than you, who you like a nasty, like bitch, you a stank hoe. Like don't nobody wanna like ew. Like it gives that.
Yes.
And then it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to be nice and we gonna keep it cute. But thank you, boo. You gotta get to the next person.
I'm gonna be listening to y'all, but yeah, we that, and that's why they mad.
Period. Hey Q, it's your go. You could give us briefly whether or not you have an immigrant background. I'm familiar with you, but the panel probably isn't. And then you could go ahead into the prompt. I'll start your timer.
Okay. No, I don't have an immigrant background. Proud FBA here. And okay, so I'll go ahead and go. So while our other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success. Okay, so I feel like a Black American culture is just one of the most influential cultures in the world. I mean, we cannot argue that. From the music to the language to fashion, etc. Right? And I think the issue is that other groups, they just try to engage with it, and culturally it's changed, which you touched on that and said that it happens everywhere, right? But the problem is how it happens when it comes to our culture.
Facts.
And a lot of times just Black Americans, like we create these trends and we get criticized or even penalized for them. You know, you got people that's in South Florida, they be so mad. Speaking specifically about Haitian parents, right? They're so mad that their kids start speaking like us, dressing like us. They be trying to be, I'm sorry, they be trying to beat it out of them. And so, yeah. but I think but with other groups, what they do is they try to adopt the same things, and they get praised, or even they try to profit from it. Like people come into, like for instance, Nicki Minaj, she's a Trinidadian rapper, and just try to get praised for that, and then kind of like SH like poop on us. I don't know if I can curse, but yeah. So yeah, I touched on that, and then I think the frustration just comes from it's not just sharing, but it's just a lack of credit and respect and the equal opportunity, right?
Yes.
And then because I was making like little bullet points and stuff, and that I wanted to touch about the young lady. Yeah, they love to like disrespect our culture and say, oh, like we don't know where we come from or who we are. And I agree with the young lady below me that she be saying like they be making it seem like we're like some type of lost tribe, and we're absolutely not that. We know exactly who we are. We've been here for centuries. So if they can do their research and do their history, they would know that. The young lady that was up here, the one that you were going back and forth with, the last one, D. Christine, she is. I wrote in the comments. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I've seen her on multiple platforms and panels, and she's always talking about. She actually went to a HBCU, and her talking. Yeah, her talking points is always, the Black Americans that, and I went to HBCU, and the Black Americans there, they don't want to be associated with Africa because I guess, they look down upon Africans in this, that, and the third. None of our parents, no Black American friend that I ever had, family members, we do not think about y'all like that. I promise you we don't. My grandmother, my mom, to my dad, they have never. A majority of us was brought up, I don't know about you, Love, but I know I was brought up in like a Pan-African household. So it was always like whenever you see someone who looks like you, it's like your brother or your sister. You guys come over here, and I've been on your panel before and stated this, that I had Haitian friends that mother even told her to stay away from Black Americans when she gets up here. We are not raised to think like the way you guys are raised to think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So to even get on these platforms and to still like constantly spill this rhetoric that the way we look at you, we try to take from y'all culture. Like they even go as far as to say like our food is African foods, like try to find some type of way to attach themselves to us. No, you guys are trying to do ethnic erasure at any given moment, like saying that y'all created hip hop, which you did not,
Exactly.
even all the way down to saying that immigrants built this country. Like, you have to be very careful with your wording.
It's
You understand what I'm
disrespectful.
saying? And not get up here and tell blatant lies. And that's exactly what I see them constantly doing. And I'll land my plane there.
Okay, thanks, boo. Okay, Petunia, I'm gonna let you go, even though you dropped down and came back up, but you was up here for a minute. You could give us your ethnicity, and then you could go ahead and answer the prompt, boo. You still there? Hello?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
your time. Go ahead.
I'm FBA all day. Kind of I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Thanks, Queen. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Somebody calling me. Sorry. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Thanks, Ryan.
why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? Because um, we the bomb, and I just feel like they've been thinking that we are dumb and that we are basically slave babies and that we only get everything from the white man. So they don't give us credit for anything that we created because they don't think that we really created it. They don't do no homework like that. In fact, they always the first thing that they say is they don't have any culture. We don't have no culture. They don't think we have any culture. And it's crazy to me because they walking around draped in our culture. When they come from where they come from, they don't look like they self no more. They don't even realize that they don't look like they culture. They don't even realize it. They will talk about us and look just like one of us. Look like we were standing in front of the mirror, have everything. And they just don't realize it because like when I was little, even though the Mexicans wore, even though the Latinos wore our type of clothing, they still had their own way that they wore it. You understand what I'm saying? To let us know that they were Latino. Like they would have on the dress shoes with the lace socks. You know what I'm saying? There was Latino girls, and they had on their stretch pants, and they did their hair. They had them stiff, tall bangs and all that. That was, and they makeup. They would draw them dark lines all the way across. And draw on their eyebrows. They had, you could just tell that they was Latino. They was still in their culture. Now,
Thin eyebrows.
huh?
Thin eyebrows is still something that Black Americans did too. You have to go back and look and all that stuff.
Okay,
But it
Trail,
was,
she got a timer on, boo. You can't.
I'm sorry.
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
Let me mute
No, no,
myself.
no, no, no. I'm not. We had our own, but they had their own style of eyebrows, though. Our eyebrows is not. We drew them on too, but they had Latinas had their own style. You could tell when you see a Latino girl back there, or Mexican girls, what we used to call them back then. When you seen them back then, you knew that she was up in her culture. You knew that was a Latina the way she dressed. Now, the only reason why you know she Latino because of her hair and maybe her skin color. That's the only reason why you know she Latino because she's dressed just like. Look, these people are not just Latinos. The melanated people from the other side, they dress just like us too. These people are dressed head to toe just like us.
Give
You
you one
already
more
know
minute till
that.
you playing.
Oh, 1 minute to them I playing.
Yeah,
Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, just like she was talking about the pressing comb. You know where the dang pressing comb come from and straightening hair come from. Come on, just extensions. You know where that come from. Yes, the Africans wore braids and dress, but they didn't have extensions. Like
Exactly.
we made those extensions. So I let my plane right there.
Okay, thanks, boo. All right, Naya, it's your go, boo. really quickly, I know who you are, but you could just say whether or not for the panel if you have an immigrant background, and then I'm gonna start your timer.
Sure. No immigrant background. FBA all day.
All right, let me give you 3 minutes. Go for it.
So, girl, yeah. So this Michael B. Jordan shit, girl. What the hell? How did we get here?
I
How did we get here?
do not know.
I
It's a
mean, him
mess.
simply saying that his daddy took a plane in from another place automatically means that he's from there. Like, let me just take a little quick weekend trip to Mexico and claim to be Mexican next week. It's just like, is that how that works? And then they went in on his middle name. Child, that's not a telling part either, because guess what? We were Pan Africans and we were damn sure adopting all them damn names, especially us 80s and 90s kids. Be fucking for real. That man is Black American with two Black American parents, so on and so forth. Like, stop fucking playing with us. But anyway, to the first question, oh, they're trying to take credit because they don't have anything else. Their culture is studying us.
Ooh.
Their culture is perfecting what we do. Like they know that they're the buffer class. That's why they always came here and said like, "Oh, we came here and we did better than you." So that goes down to our language, our ghetto language. I miss when they said that our style was ghetto. I miss those days. Now they just want to emulate it. Our language, our, saying ethnic garb, just all these things. Like they already don't know American history. So when we voice these things, it just completely catches them off guard. What do you mean? The white man created that. There's no way you were a slave and da 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 da. The fuck? Like we were literal laborers. So you don't think we didn't create this shit?
Hello.
What the fuck? We cotton pickers, right? Why do you don't think that we created cotton clothes?
Hello.
So you think we picked the cotton and we handed it to Mouser and he created it? Get the fuck out of here! Like, just get on. It doesn't even make sense. They don't know whether they're coming or going. But yeah, so why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? It's not okay. And that's why they're mad, because we're calling that shit out. See, when they first got here and they was coming to school musty and all those other things, we felt sorry for them. We tried to have their back. We tried to protect them from white tea supremacy. We tried to do all those things. We saw them as our distant cousins because we was convinced that we were African. But you know what? The motherfucking gloves is off. I didn't know shit about Clubhouse, but when I found out what y'all hoes was doing over there and what y'all hoes did on Twitter, and now I'm seeing it in real time. What the fuck y'all saying about us here?
Don't cuss so much, boo. I don't
I'm
need to get a
so
restriction.
sorry. Oh
It's
my
okay. We
god.
trying to get it together. I'm a work in progress too. But let me
I
give you one more minute
know.
to land your plane, boo.
I
Go ahead. I gotta
know.
get another one to go
But
now.
it's like we see it now. We see the full picture, and us being nice, that's in the rear view. We have to be out for self. The delineation has already happened. We voiced it and it happened. We put action behind it. Now we just need to go to the next stage. We are building, we are making ourselves better. We got to get the pawns out the board because we got to go after the queen. And that's it. Like it's done. It's over with. Y'all better come up with something else. Find somebody else to do it because we're done.
Period. Thanks, boo.
I land.
Okay. Can everybody up in here double tap? Let's get this live stream up to 100K. You guys can help me reach my gift goal that's at the top. Thank you so much for participating. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's
Real
get to the
quick,
next
have
person.
y'all heard that song, Izukinu, the double dust bus? Izukinu.
I heard
That was a
about it, and
language.
aren't like the pale faces now making dances to it or something like that?
That was a language that he created. Izukinu, double dutch bus. That's on YouTube. There's a song. We
Wow.
always created a language that no one can hear but us. You know what I'm
Thanks, Money
saying?
Kennedy. Yeah. Okay.
Being
Double
said, it
Dutch
was a
Bus.
lady
All right.
who even spoke on that, and she said, "Can y'all please, before this starts being a trend, please acknowledge black people. Y'all don't even know what that song means. Y'all don't know what it is." And she talked about the creator that did the dance and all of that stuff. She did try to speak on
I
it,
saw
and
that.
and,
Hmm.
and nobody listens. Nobody listens. But it's everything. It's just trendy, and I'm finna stop now.
Okay. Steven, can we have your ethnicity? Steven? Steven, are you there? You gotta unmute yourself. Let me give you I sent you an invite to turn your mic on, Steven.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. You could give us your ethnicity, and then I'm gonna start your timer for 3 minutes.
Hey, what's up, Love Jones?
Hello.
Panel, all y'all good folks. FBA, I'm from Baltimore City.
Okay. And you could go ahead
My
and answer the prompt.
yeah, while other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success because you look to greatness to try to emulate, and also
Thank
because
beautiful.
for the longest time we just been the most open accepting people, and we weren't really gatekeeping our culture like that because we were participating and we were living the culture. You understand? Not
Hmm.
participating, we live in the culture. So we weren't really uber focused on people trying to jack our way of life and take claim for it. But now we are, and the pushback has these people going crazy.
Mm.
So that's the main thing. And the second part of the prompt, why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? It's not okay. That's why we got all these panels. That's why this FBA movement is jumping off the way it is, and people are sick and tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We sick and tired. Look at the gun. Look at the Michael B. Jordan thing. That was
Hmm.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, and the mere fact. Look, none of these people, well, some of them may be a little slow, but none of them are slow to the point where as though they don't know that he's American black. He's not African black, and his father's not African black. They know this. But the mere fact that they would try to lay claim to a whole human being, mind you, it's the definition of insanity. It's like their thought
Hmm.
process is feral. These people are feral in their thinking, and
Mm.
it's this like what you always say, Love Jones. It's just to the point, and it's to the point that people just, you know, what I'm saying, I'm not going to swear nothing. People just pissed off, and we not trying to hear it. We not trying to take it. We not trying to deal with it. My girl, she be getting mad at me because I be like, yo, you don't see what's going on. And, she likes to defend a lot of the Africans. And we not saying all Africans, but God daggone it,
Hmm.
it's enough of them.
Yep.
Caribbeans too, you know what I'm saying? And it's just sickening. The mere fact that little girl that you had on earlier, she a
Hmm.
first gen, right? You know
Yeah,
she a
gotta
first
be.
gen.
Hmm.
And you are living the American dream, but you're living the American experience. And meaning, if you're living the American experience, it's not too many enclaves of your particular people who live in the States. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, more so, like, certain ethnicities from the Caribbean. Y'all heard that Baltimore tongue? That word was hard to come out, shorty.
Hmm. So I'm gonna give you 1 more minute to land your
Yeah.
plane, Steve. Okay.
Okay. And,
Another minute. And
you got, large Jamaican enclaves, but you don't really have large African, enclaves. They don't have their own, communities and stuff like that. So the experience that they're living, whether it's school, whether it's work, it's, what I'm saying, it's Black American, it's FBA.
hmm.
How you have to maneuver and how you speak, what you're digesting on a daily basis for as media, you know what I'm saying, and fashion and all that. It's us. It's all us. And for whatever reason, these people feel like they have the right to lay claim to it because they're the big old brother, Mother Africa, Mama Africa. No, we've been here, so that's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? We don't hate these people, but the hate, man, is coming along. It's building.
Oh.
Serious.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Money
Have a good night.
Kennedy. Good night. Money Kennedy, can we have your ethnicity? And then you could go ahead and answer the prompt.
Yes, Black American. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Oh, wait, you sound a little like you're going in and out some.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better now. Okay, I'm gonna start your timer.
Okay. So I wrote some notes down, and basically it's going to answer the questions, or like it's going to answer the prompt. I feel like the first thing is like what people don't understand is like Black American culture is unique. And I feel like also like within that, we are also the most disrespected ethnicity in the diaspora. And I feel like that's why we're upset. And I feel like with that uniqueness in our culture and the disrespect, like people don't realize that we have a language, we have a culture, we have a history. Even something as simple as like AAVE, like people don't say anything when Dominicans speak Spanish. So like, why is it an issue when we speak AAVE? Or why when people, I don't know why people are trying to say like collard greens and all this other stuff is like an African thing. I've never seen that, like at least not on my side. I know collard greens to be Southern. I know that to be a part of Black American culture. I also feel that like Black Americans are the culture, and that's why they want to connect to it so badly. And like you guys were talking about, like with the Michael B. Jordan, like just because his father flew in from a country, why are people so quick to lay claim to him? And why do people only want to lay claim to when people do something great? You get me? I think it was Paul Mooney who said everybody wants to be an N-word, but nobody wants to be an N-word. And it's like people don't understand our fight, our plight in this country. And I also feel like people don't understand that we were in this country before other countries were even thought about. I feel like we were in this country during the 1600s. We were in this country probably even during the 1500s. You get me? And it's just like, I believe Nigeria I believe like Nigeria wasn't created or like an official country until like 1953 or something like that. You get me? So like, how can you say that we're not Americans? You get me? Like the nerve of people. We were here before America was even America. We were here when it was still 13 countries. 13 colonies. We were still here when it was still English territory. And then lastly, I feel because Black American culture gets engulfed with American culture, so many other groups just be like, oh no, that's American. Oh no, that's American. That's American. It's like, yes, but specifically it's Black American. And on the same foot, I don't understand how people can say our culture is quote unquote American, but on the same end, say that we're not American.
Yes.
To me, it's like a double-edged sword, and I'm just confused about it. So I feel like until people recognize our uniqueness, our ethnicity, like even I believe like there was this YouTuber, and I'm gonna like land shortly. There was this YouTuber who goes around like speaking to other people like in Europe and all this stuff like that, and they're constantly asking like, oh, like where are you from? He's like, America. They're like, no, like where you're really from? Like, no, like you don't know where you're from. You don't know your culture, and it's just like we've been here for generations upon generations. Like nobody asks Jamaicans where they're really from. Nobody asks Brazilians where they're really from. They're all speaking their colonizers' language the same way we are. So it's like, what's the difference? Why can't we just be uniquely us?
Yep, absolutely.
And I land.
Okay, boo. K-Trail was Cottrell. Hey, you could go ahead. Let me set you a timer. You there? You ready? Cottrell? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
I'm here. I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. My phone wouldn't, I'm gonna go from the bottom up, and what I'm gonna say it's probably gonna like piss some people off.
Oh Lord!
But
Just
I
don't
feel
cuss or use inflammatory, you know.
no. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna say the
Okay.
whole time. I've
All
been
right.
trying to think about it and try to speak the best way I can speak, without cussing or whatever. But why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans or whatever? I think it's really Black men's fault.
Oh. Mm.
Because Black men are the ones that are accepting of the N word or like bringing them into our culture and all of that stuff. They the ones that go outside more than we do outside of our race and all of that stuff. So they bring them in, Eminem and all of that, all of this stuff, and they give them a platform to speak.
You got a point.
So I really feel like that's a Black man issue, and then us as women, we just follow. You know what I'm saying? Because that's we follow the lead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, he cool. You know what I'm saying? He chill, he good, he mess with us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. Sometimes we might, if it's somebody personal to you, you might have something to say and be like, nah, I ain't messing with this person or something like that. But as far as like the industry and like it's in general, we just follow the lead. That's what our men do. They bring everybody into our culture. They bring everybody in. Why do you think it's so many women that have white women that have a biracial baby? Oh, I can say the N word because I got a mixed baby, and all that stuff. They don't talk to them like that. They like it's not respected. It's not respected. They don't respect their mothers, and I'm finna talk about my sister for a minute. I know I got 3 minutes, but my sister is she's a typical like woman that people like, how they say, like the typical Black woman, and my sister is that, and I hate that for her. But she has 3 kids.
Wait, you mean like stereotype, like a stereotypical type?
Yes, my sister is that woman. Like, she got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. Her boys only talk to white girls. Her daughter, her daughter, she got her kids. Like, don't none of them mess with her. Like, and it's just like, sissy, it's the way you talk, and she just want to be like so loud, and it's just like, you don't talk to you. That's a whole nother. I don't even know how to get on to that, because I feel bad for my sister, but it's like, I understand why my nephews don't talk to Black women, because the way she is.
Wow.
I really get it. My son only talks to Black women because of how I am and how I raised him. But the way she raised her kids and the way she talks to them and the way she do them, I get like going outside your race. Because the first person you fall in love with as a boy is your mother. You know what I'm saying? The first person you look up to is like your mother. But my sister she is hard. She has a good heart, but she is hard. I'm telling you.
3 more minutes so you could finish. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to the why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black American success? Because they can't do it at home. They want to come over here and cosplay. Did y'all see the Somalians trying to do the Martin Luther King? They went on did the Selma March. Yes, Somalians did a Selma March.
Oh my God.
And they had all these freaking signs and all this stuff, and they talked about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all that stuff. They just did this the other day. They marched on. They did a march on Selma, and they really did. It was white people and all of them, and it was like, that shit is so fucking disrespectful, because your people did not fight for this. So how the freak are you gonna take my ancestors and my people fight and then try to make it seem like that's something y'all people did? You're not doing that at home, so why you gonna come over here and act like this is y'all fight? Look it up. Please look it up.
That's outrageous.
They just did that. Like, I want to say like 2-3 days ago, they did a march on Selma, and they took pictures on the bridge where Martin Luther King and everybody was at. Hey. They really did. Yep. But I'll let my plan right here. But I really want y'all to go look at that. Please, if y'all have time or something, and we can talk about that another day or another time. But they really did. Yep, they did that.
All right, thanks, boo. Okay. We have some little. I don't know if it's connecting or what's going on. I'm gonna mute you, Catrell. Oh, she muted herself. I think it's trying to load, or I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What if it's a connection or because why is it still loading? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened with her connection. But yeah, I agree with what y'all said on this panel. And I personally feel like people, like Leia was saying too, like people get offended and they don't want to hear the truth because it hurts. Like it stings. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's like, how dare you call me out? But I just couldn't see myself moving to another country, adopting the customs of the locals there, you know, being fully accepted and embraced by the locals and then shitting on them. And when they talk about their culture and their contributions, I pretend like I don't know what they're talking about. That's why I say it's cognitive dissonance. And it also feels like it's some type of dissociative personality disorder. You know, I'm not a doctor. I can't sit up here and diagnose anybody with anything, but it really gives like unawareness. It really gives like disconnected from reality. And then it's also like, this is another reason why a lot of us say is envy and jealousy. Because if you're not envious, then why not just tell the truth about what's going on around you? If there's no type of resentment there, why not just be honest about your source? When you're in college and you do papers, you have to cite your sources. You have to give your primary resources. You have to cite your sources. And we are a major source for a lot of these other groups of people. And we're not just harping on just an African. I'm talking about Latinos. I'm talking about Asian people. I'm talking about Caribbeans. I'm talking about Indian people. And of course, the Paleface child. They've been our first monitoring spirit. They are the first swagger jackers that we ever encountered. Okay? Why not cite your source? Why does it hurt so bad to say that you got it from where you got it from? Like that is something deeper to delve into because what is it? What is it? If you're eating sushi, you're going to say, okay, Japan. But when you eat mac and cheese, oh, we all got mac and cheese. We all got soul food. We all got fried chicken. Oh, no. Collard greens come from West Africa. Like what is, oh no. Cornbread is the Siberian, is the Eurasian Native Americans. Why is it that only happens to us? And now that people are finally starting to get pushback, they're pretending like they don't understand where it's coming from. And they're trying to flip and reverse it like a Missy Elliott song back to us and regurgitate our talking points back to us. It's not working anymore. The spells, the root work, the MK Ultra, the mind control, it is not working anymore. The veil is not even thin no more. That mother effer done blew off. We can see clearly. We can see. We can see. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. We're them on steroids. And enough is enough. And everybody keep trying to preach, oh, why don't y'all just be quiet? And why don't y'all just, oh, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. That blacks create Hollywood. We didn't create Hollywood, but we are the source of entertainment. We were the first ones to put on shows here in this country. We were the first ones to curate tours when we went around performing on different plantations and performing at different venues. So let's not even go there. What's going on? I'm trying to let y'all up. I don't know what's happening with your connection. I don't know what's going on, but I'm pressing to let y'all up here. I don't want anybody to think that I'm not, like being funny or not allowing people up on the panel. I keep trying. Some people are not getting connected. I don't know.
Well, Love Jones, while you're trying to figure that out, can I say something, please?
Go ahead, and then we got another person up here. Go ahead.
Our culture is the only one that is not protected. Everybody has their culture. Their culture they have it. It's protected. Our culture is circulating through the whole world. Like, and it's so infested to where it's not even a culture no more. So where it's like, oh, I can do this, I can do that because it's this. But I've been saying to myself now, F culture. You know what I'm saying? If you can wear braids, I can wear geisha. I could
Yep.
put on a white face and paint my makeup, and I could put on the little shoes or whatever. If you don't have respect for my culture, I don't have to have respect for
I feel the
nobody else.
same way now. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself, but yeah, that's all I want to say because it's just crazy.
Okay. The foolish opinion. Can we have your ethnicity, and then I'm gonna set you a timer for 3 minutes so you can answer the prompt. You can unmute. Let me send you an invite to
I'm sorry.
unmute.
Give me 1 second. I was washing dishes and just listening.
Oh,
My bad.
okay.
Girl, my hand burnt too a little bit. All right. So, my opinion is this. I think that everybody on the
Oh wait, I'm
planet.
sorry. Can you give us your ethnicity? Do you have an immigrant
Oh, my
birthday?
bad. I'm sorry, babe. I'm black. I'm real black. Whole
Oh,
black,
okay.
African American, black mama, black daddy, been here, all that. And
Okay. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so I'm black. I think that we have allowed a lot of shit. There would be no culture if there was not black culture in general. You can't tell me everything that y'all was saying earlier. It's not just white people, black people, Asian people, African. How about this? If we was to compare, because I only got 3 minutes, if we was to just simply compare in Africa or China or all these other places, right? Where they Beyonce? Where they Jay-Z? Where they motherfucking LeBron James at? Where they Michael Jackson at? They don't have shit that even
Don't
compare
cuss
to
so
us.
much, boo. I don't want to get a restriction. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. They don't have nothing that even compare to us. Nobody on the planet has ever even been able to equal us. As soon as they let us in, we dominated. Whatever it is. Oh, soccer dominated. Badminton dominated. Golf dominated. We take it over. And everything we do, how we dress, how we sing, how we look, they want a part of that. We are the only ones on the planet with culture, and I'm just gonna say that. And you can look at it every day and see it. Because if they had their own shit, they wouldn't be following us.
Oh
Every
wow.
culture, think about it. Every culture, where they Beyonces and stuff at? Think about it. Where they LeBron James? Think about it. They don't got one. Where the LeBron James of Africa at? Crickets. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you,
Crickets. That's
B.
all I'm saying. Thank you, babe. Thank you for letting me
Of
talk.
course. Okay. Let's in again. Carla, hello. Can we have your ethnicity? And then I'm gonna set you a timer for 3 minutes, and you can answer the prompt.
Okie doke. I'm foundational Black American, and
Okay.
I've been listening to you for a while, and you are straight laced. I tell you, girl, you speak the truth about what the truth is.
Oh, thank you.
And I also want to tell you, I don't even understand why people can get so upset. All because we put foundation in front of Black Americans. I mean, to me, it drives me crazy in my mind to think how people can get so upset of a people who are announcing who they really are. And at the end of the day, they can never be us because we can't rewrite history. You can get mad at me or Black Americans or whatever. We didn't do this to us. And they act like they got a problem with it now, And I'm gonna tell you about the civil rights and all the other things Black Americans did for these immigrants to get over here and how they came over here and treated us like shit, I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it at all. Maybe what we did to help people come into our country came down to them trying to hurt us, trying to take away from us. And all we did was try to help them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part about it. The very sad part about it. I don't appreciate nobody trying to hurt my goddamn grandchildren. None at all. Especially if you're not even supposed to be in my country. And you got your brothers and sisters, all y'all making anchor babies, and you're going out here making American children. That day must pause. Because we'll end up with people who could end up toppling our nation. All because it can run into our country and become an American citizen. That if that ain't crazy, I don't know what is. And I'll tell you what, if we don't stop it, all these people who these wannabe Americans, they don't care about us. They don't care about our culture. They don't care. I'm not even talking about foundational Black American culture. I'm talking about white American culture. I'm talking about people here, Native Americans. And all these other people want to come over here and say, no, this is my land. You don't own this land. My people did something in this land. And all they got to do is, Google something or read a damn book, But I tell you, let it be. I'm going to let this wash out, baby girl. I'm going to let it wash out, okay?
Can I just ask one question to the host? And I'm going to shut up. I just would like to ask one question to the host, or even just make one observation. Me, myself, I can't say about nobody else. The background is lime green and pink. The things that people saying in there and stuff like that, I can't see it at all. I
Oh,
would
you can't
really,
read. You
really.
can't read what people are saying.
No, I can't see that shit, girl. I can't see nothing. I just see the
Damn, I
black on
could.
top and I see the pink and stuff on the bottom. But everything that they saying, all the comments going up, can't see none of them. And I don't know if it's just me. If it is, then I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. But I
Can y'all
can't
see
see
the
that because
comments?
it.
Put a one in the chat if y'all can see the comments.
I
I'm
can see the
sorry.
comments.
Yeah, I can see it too. Nobody
Now I
said
see
that
it
before.
popping up, but I can't
Hey,
read it.
CJ. Oh, everybody can see it. Girl, you got your readers. You wear readers.
No, girl. I'm
Everybody
just
said
gonna
they could
shut up.
see it.
I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm going. Bye, babe. I'm gone.
Okay. All right. I don't know how to say your name, but I'm gonna say a kissy heart emoji.
My name is Janisha.
Janice, hi. Can we have your ethnicity, and then I'm gonna give you a timer so you can answer the prompt.
Yes, okay. So I know my great grandmother told me that I'm Choctaw Indian and Cherokee Indian, also African. Of course, there's African in our blood, but I know that my ancestors were native to America before it became what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, and as far as the prompt, I don't think it's okay to appropriate Black Americans and our culture, period, because that's all that's been happening for years and years, and just with our history being stripped through Christianity and other things. I know that's might ruffle a few feathers. I'm not trying to, but it's true. We were robbed of who we are in our culture just from the dawn of time, from how we were founded by Christopher Columbus. We were peaceful people. We didn't want to hurt people. We didn't want to harm nobody. But then our kindness was taken for weakness. And what I will say before my timer is up is that history has always been stolen from us and trying to be rewritten and retold. Y'all know our inventions have been taken and patented by other people. It's been stolen. Everything's been stolen. We know this, and it's wrong. And if people can't see that to this day, I don't know when they will. But I've been put on my shades, and I see through it all. And I just hope that, like, us as people, now that we know who we are, that we can come together with our skills and stop supporting such a system that is off of white supremacy. And that's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your input.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys went west. You're not from these lands. You come from the Zaddy, England, 17th century. Shut up. What are you even talking about? come on a panel or be quiet. Like, it's always somebody in our business trying to tell us who we are. Is disrespectful. Ain't no history my ass, because if you look at history and you read history, there's plenty of primary resources to show that there were deeply melanated people with negroid features that were already on these lands when the conquistadors, the Spaniards, whoever the hell else got over here. They wrote about it. So stop. It is so corny. Deeply melanated people with negroid features were the first to inhabit the entire planet Earth.
I feel
Go
like
cry
people
in a car.
I feel like people would rather live in ignorance, and this is why you're getting hateful comments, because people are so ignorant, they're uneducated. So until they pick up some books and read some articles and watch documentaries, I've watched Hidden Colors. I don't know if y'all know about Hidden Colors. It is a wonderful documentary. It goes over so much information and it uncovers it all. And I recommend that everybody in this panel and in the chat go educate yourselves. If you're not going to read, it's going to teach you a lot. But I'm going to get down. I love your live, and I love what you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, boo. Talking about our last names. Our last names are our own. Everything you learn about history is literally told to you in reverse. The same way in present day, pale-faced people stole the term black fatigue and gave it a new meaning. That has been happening for centuries. Now, when you see black fatigue, you think that it means white people and Latino people and everybody else is tired of black people. That's not what it means. It means that we are tired of being stalked, harassed, and experiencing systemic oppression and, just having monitoring spirits. That's what black fatigue means. We're watching present day how everything has been flipped and reversed like a Missy Elliott song. You need to read a book. You need to read a book.
Can I ask you a question on some real shit, sis?
Sure.
We always try to uplift ourselves. We always try to stand up for ourselves and do what our ancestors did to make sure that we can try to make a better way or whatever it is, right? We always speak on it. And that's one thing we always did. We ain't never been quiet about no bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to ask you a question because I kind of have a different opinion and I stand on that. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how you, feel about it because, hold on once. Let me turn this fan off because it's kind of loud. Hold on, these metal fans be doing too much. Okay, can y'all hear me better?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to say something, and I swear to God, I'm not trying to piss everybody off, but I am going to say some shit that we don't talk about. So, what I'm going to say is this. Let's just say you live in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
The city decent. Black people come. It get fucked up, it get ruined, right? When the city get ruined, when it get all ruined, trashed out, then we go to another city that's still good. It's low crime. It's good schools and stuff. And then we go there and ruin it. And then when I get ruined and it's all trashed out, we go to another place. And then mind you, in 2026, we have the YNs, we got the YHs, we got all type of stuff going on. Ain't nothing the same as it used to be. It seems like black people, us, number one, don't even want to live around each other. If it's too many niggas, we leaving or trying to. And then on top of that, we go to places that's less populated with black people and it's all nice and it's low crime and it ain't nothing happening over there. And then we go over there and we start having the barbecues and we start doing this and we done gave Uncle Joe a place to stay when he got out of prison and all that type of stuff. And within a 10 years period or span, now that place has gone to shit. I feel like black people migrate from place to place to place and they destroy and leave a trail of destruction everywhere we go. And I'm a whole nigga. Everybody on here can look at my page. Don't get that picture twisted. I put that on there for a reason. But if you go on my page, my profile, you're not gonna have to scroll too long before you see me, a whole nigga, on there talking. I really believe that black people have earned the disrespect. We have earned the fact that people don't want us around. We have earned the fact that grocery stores and everything else is closing around us, bars closing, malls closing. We have done that. And what do? We spread it. Because after we done tore that shit down and it ain't nothing left, we go somewhere else that's prosperous and tear it down.
Okay. What was the question?
The question is, basically, at the end of the day, do y'all agree with me or not? Do y'all feel like we should hold black people accountable in some other type of way instead of just trying to make it seem like we the best race on the world and that everybody, copy off of us, they take off of us and stuff, because they do. But at the end of the day, we the worst too. It's like we the best and the worst. Who believes that? Who can I get to
I don't agree.
acknowledge
I don't
that?
agree with that. I don't agree with you.
Why not?
Because I think that we have this weird fixation with holding us to a standard that is inhumane. Have you ever been to areas where it's predominantly white trash? Like, I'm talking about fighting, talking about majority of them are on, public assistance. Their teeth are jacked up and rotted out of their heads. They are illiterate. They could barely read. There's whole counties and whole cities all throughout the Americas, the United States of America, with pale-faced people that are degenerate. The incest is rampant. Have you ever seen Native American reservations? Majority of them on these reservations, they don't work. They have really, really bad DRUGS infestations. They're overdosing. The Child Protective Care Service cases are rampant. It's through the roof. And in middle America, or where you see a predominantly seemingly successful white class of people, the abuse, the domestic abuse, the family abuse, the child abuse is through the roof. So what gets me is that for whatever reason, the world has painted us as if we are the big villain, or as if our communities are the worst when it comes to crime and, an infestation of DRUGS, when that's just simply, it's not true. And they love to use these terms per capita, and they love to use these terms of, oh, y'all commit the most of the crimes. No, we're exonerated at a higher level than anyone else because we are over policed. And unfortunately, some of us are degenerate. I'm not going to sit up here and say that a majority of us are not, but literally less than 20% of Black Americans are in poverty class. And I think that goes over everyone's head as well. And
Where do you live?
because we've had an influx of immigrants, a lot of the debauchery that you see that looks like it's coming from people with deeply melanated skin, they actually are not Black Americans with a long lineage here. A lot of the people that was pushing weight, I'm from Brooklyn. A lot of the people that was pushing weight in Brooklyn, that was pushing narcotics in the streets, were Caribbean. It was a lot of Jamaicans in the 90s and the early 2000s getting deported for selling things on the street corners. So we've absorbed everybody's crime statistics from different ethnic groups just because we all look alike. Now, since we've started a delineation movement saying, no, we're going to say who's who, when you see a lot of cases that's happening now, they're calling out which countries these people are coming from. Somebody just went and papowed up a bar in Texas, and it looked like one of us, but he was from Senegal. Another kid, he was in like a ROTC program or something. He went and papowed up a school. He looked like one of us, but he was from Sierra Leone. So a lot of the things that you see, if you go to Little Haiti in Florida, it's terrible. It's horrendous, the conditions out there. But you wouldn't say, oh, all of the Haitians, they are the reason. You wouldn't do that. We have these unrealistic standards placed on us, and we are not even doing that bad. Some of us, absolutely, but we are thriving. Given all that we've experienced in this country, I think it's really sad to even paint us all with such a broad brush and to blame us and to say that everything we touch turns to ruin. I don't believe that. I do believe that some of us are terrible, but it sounds like a lot of self-loathing and self-hatred. And
No.
we do need to do better, and we take
Thank you, love, because she was
accountability.
pissing me off. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. She was pissing me off.
No, because I
we
mean,
don't have a
honestly, go
we
ahead.
don't
I'm
have a
listening to
choice.
her.
Yeah, we don't have a choice but to take accountability. And this is all by design. It's propaganda. They literally have shown a bright light on us to paint us out to be the villains of the world because of all of the heinous crimes that have been committed against us. So how do you repent for that? You don't. You just make that the person that you've victimized, the person that you've literally hung, you ate them, you burned down their successful communities, you put them in squalor, you redline them, you steal their land, you steal their property, you put them in dire positions to whereas maybe you don't have a choice. You hungry, you have no access to jobs. You do school to prison pipeline. You flood the communities with substances,
Mm.
and then of course people are trying to make a way. So what do? You rob, you probably stealing something because you're literally hungry, and then now you back in the system, and it's a hard cycle to break out of. So I really personally, in my heart of hearts, we are the best fucking group of black people on planet Earth because of all that
Yep.
we've had to overcome. And I'm not just talking about slavery. We are only 60 years out of Jim Crow, where literally they were assembling lynch mobs. Majority of us got hung like strange fruit in this country in the 1900s. People don't
And
even
we
realize
still
that.
show love. We still show love.
So how could you sit up here and say how terrible we are when we've overcome so
Because,
much and so many of us are thriving? We have millions of us that are literal
and
millionaires.
we have millions of us also that are failing, sis. Don't make it seem like I'm just act like delusional. When we, okay, put it like this. The things we do are exacerbated. Everything that we do is put on a pedestal. They want to put it out there, and black people did this, and black people
And
did
that's the
that.
issue.
They're gonna put our
They don't
shit
sensationalize. They don't put nobody else on the forefront but
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
right. I understand that. They always put us on the forefront,
So of
right?
course it's gonna look worse. Of
Right.
course it's
It's
gonna look
gonna look
worse.
worse. But that don't mean that the shit we do is exempted, because we do a lot of fucked up shit. And we
And we
give them
hold each
reasons
other
every
accountable
day.
too. We hold each
Huh,
other
babe?
accountable too. We hold each other accountable. We point shit out. We say what's going on in our communities. Others don't do that. We take accountability and we accept who's doing this and doing that. You
We've
know,
been
you're
Listen,
forced
wrong.
to.
You're
We've
really,
been
really
forced to.
wrong.
no,
You're
I know I
wrong.
probably am. I just
You're
want to say to
wrong.
the people that's in the chat and the people that's on the panel, I have not been given any money because I can't see nothing. And damn, because I be liking to give money people, give money to people all the time when I'm in the chat. I can't see nothing what's going on to give people and then like money and stuff. And I don't like that. And then I like to try to support the people in the chat too and stuff. And I just want to say I'm sorry to everybody. I'm gonna just give the couple people that's in the chat that I could say said this or said that or whatever and some money. But if I was able to see it all, I would have been able to, pretty much bless everybody. And I'm sorry about that.
You don't have to be sorry. I just need to point this out. Like only 17% of us are living below the poverty line. Like I think that is fucking amazing. Literally, if you look at statistics, if you look at crime rates, if you look at what's going on in other communities, we really aren't doing that bad. It is intentional to make it look like we are the fucking worst. And if we keep perpetuating that, and if we keep believing that, then we are going to continuously live the same story over and over. This is by design. They don't want people to look at us as resilient. They want people to look at us as a failed group of people, because then they will have an excuse for treating us and subjugating us and denigrating us and just being terrible to us.
Where
They
did
want
you
to look at
say
us like we're not human, love.
no? But
They
where
want
did
us
you
to
say
look
you
at
live again? Because I want to make a point about that. Where did you say you live
I
again?
didn't it's
Sis?
not safe for me to tell you where I live. I'm a content
Well,
creator,
all
babe.
right. Well, the area or
I
the
grew up
state.
in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, so listen, I have never been to Brooklyn.
Where do
Never
you
lived
live?
there. I'm in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And with that being said, being on TikTok and stuff, you probably heard a lot about Milwaukee and other cities or whatever that's in Wisconsin, or maybe you haven't. But what I'm going to say from personal experience and living my life, I'm almost 50, right? All I'm going to say is we as Black people, especially in this era of 2026, this time that we're in, we do not have a lot of young people that's representing. They coming out as YNs, YHs, and they doing all type of stuff, and it's making us look bad. And on top of that, it's been going on prior to that. And in my state, I can tell you one thing: if Black people come over into your nice white neighborhood with the good schools and shit, it's gonna go all down real quick.
Are
It's
they
a lot
black
of.
or Black Americans?
I promise you, it's the niggas that's doing it. And I'm not sitting up here trying to take up for nobody. I swear to God, I'm Black. I'm Black. I'm a whole real
Maybe,
regular
maybe,
nigga.
maybe it's just your, the demographic where you live, where you're unfortunately
It's
only
going on
surrounded by.
everywhere.
No,
It's
no,
going
baby
on
love.
everywhere
No,
because
there's prominent Black neighborhoods thriving all throughout the United
I'm not
States.
saying that there's not Black thriving neighborhoods. I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that, oh, ain't nowhere Black people thriving. I have never said that. All I'm saying is that people not wanting us in their neighborhoods.
But why does that matter if people don't want us in it? I'm
Oh
just
my
trying to figure out
God.
what's the point.
She
Because,
worried about white people and what they think about her.
I'm
yeah, I
not.
don't
I'm
give a
worried
damn about white
about us.
people.
And
I'm
I'm
sorry.
worried about the lack of accountability
Do
with
you
us.
talk to the kids when you see the kids doing something? Do you
Thank
actually
you, Queen
go
Black.
to them and you talk to him? And you talk to them, have conversations. You know, if you got a
Yes.
husband, do your husband go talk to them? And be like,
Is
hey,
your
come.
husband a foreigner?
No, he's African American, military vet.
Okay, so if they doing stuff in the neighborhood, y'all don't offer like, hey, come cut the grass, come pick up trash, come do something. We gonna
That's
do something.
yes, and our sons and our kids and their friends, they all do stuff. Listen, I can tell you right now, we already have everything going on, so we don't need a whole lot from the kids. They
Okay,
was
but what
going
we
out
don't need
here
going
and they
on
was
is
walking,
you being this.
huh?
What we don't need going on is you talking about our kids like this, because you know
Why
who
am
on
I
here
saying something?
listening.
I didn't say nothing
Can I tell you
bad.
something? Can I tell you something? We
Of
having this
course.
conversation. We're having this conversation. You know, these people always listen to what the fuck. I mean, what
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about. So you know, at the same time, reach out into your community. I don't know what kind of money you got, what y'all got going over there. Set up a program, do something like that. But don't do this right here, because we always got outsiders that's trying to fit in or trying to listen to us and see what's going on.
That's crazy as hell.
No, it's
Listen,
not. It
I
makes sense
am
to me.
probably blacker than you, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Outsiders trying to
What
listen
I'm
in and get
saying,
in.
white people be all in our business is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to speak in cock fucking Negro, but I can't because you
I'm
act like
not.
you don't understand.
No,
But
I'm
I'm just
listening.
saying, like, you know, it's other ways to do stuff. You know, we really just can't talk on these apps and stuff like that because it's always outsiders coming in. All I'm saying is, if you see them kids like that and they doing stuff like that, or you feel like they getting out the way, if you feel comfortable enough to go to them or approach them, if they're at the gas station or wherever you at, hey, you want a job? Can you cut this grass? Oh, you know, I get
For
your lawnmower.
everybody, exactly, and that's where my son make money from just walking dogs. And hold up, for everybody, because I seen a little bit. I'm gonna sit up here trying to make it big and shit. That's not working.
No, your problem is
I
you
can,
look down on people, and I can
no,
already
I
tell that's the
don't look
type of
down
person
on
you
people.
are.
What is wrong
Yeah,
with
you,
you?
girl. I can't tell by
I
the
am
way you
okay.
talk.
So let's go to this. Everybody on here that think that I'm just some type of mix of some bullshit, go to
Oh,
my page.
you can see
Nobody
what
said
they
that.
writing.
No, because I'm trying to
Oh,
blow it up so I can see what they saying.
oh.
You
Go
feel
to
like you're
my
better
page.
than. No, the
No,
issue is
I'm
you
not
feel like
better
you're
than
better than
nobody.
because you stay in a good neighborhood. Because you talking about the kids and
Yes,
people
of
moving into your
course. There's good.
neighborhood. Yeah, that's
So
the
now y'all
problem.
gonna try to make me feel bad because it's good neighborhoods and bad neighborhoods. That's not right.
If somebody can afford to stay there, they live over there.
It's good neighborhoods and bad neighborhoods. What are we talking about? Now, mind you, everybody that's talking crap, go to my page. Look on my page. You don't even have to scroll down far at all. You're going to see several, and I mean several, more than one video with me, my face, my voice, me talking. I'm a whole nigga.
Please stop saying the N word. You've been
Okay.
cussing and saying the N
Well,
word a lot, and I've been trying to like ask
okay, so
you
don't say that one.
politely
They gonna cut you out for that one, or like get you in
to
trouble for that
not
one.
cuss. All
Just say
right.
you a whole woman.
I'm
You
just
a whole
no.
black
I'm gonna
woman.
end this
No, because
conversation because I don't like
they
how
was
you're.
acting like I'm not black or something.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
nobody said that.
It's over. If y'all want me to drop somebody, y'all could send some gifts and I'll get them up out of here. CJ wanted me to get up out of there. He sent me some gifts. I really don't like. Wait, no, I gotta mute you before because I got new people on the panel. But at the end of the day, she didn't hear shit I said. She was not trying to. She didn't comprehend anything I said. She didn't comprehend anything Cottrell said. And I personally feel like that's some op-ass shit. We do not need to be on platforms with over 200 people, with all sorts of people listening, talking about, oh, it's black people for y'all go in neighborhoods and tear it down. You sound like a white supremacist. And I don't want to argue. It's a very combative spirit. I don't want to argue. I had to drop you because somebody paid to drop you, and it was just getting on my nerves. I don't like when people hijack the conversation and start censoring themselves and want to talk about what they feel for 55 minutes. Like, I don't have time for that. At the end of the day, we've had no choice but to take accountability. We've been held accountable for things that we didn't even do because we absorbed everybody's crime rates and everybody's poverty statistics as long as they had dark skin. We absorbed it all. We've had no choice but to be accountable for a lot of things we didn't even do, a lot of things we didn't bring on ourselves. The kids in Chicago didn't have access to those type of firearms. Somebody dropped it off there. The narcotics, the things, the substances, somebody dropped it off in our neighborhoods. They was bringing them across the border. You get what I'm saying? Is y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, we don't got access to planes.
Like the conditions of our neighborhoods had a lot to do with us not getting the funding that we needed or deserved, and our tax dollars that we spend being allotted to other groups like the is not real people in the small hats. They literally have us paying for their privatized school systems and their privatized busing systems when that is shouldn't be. So it's a lot of things that's happening in this system because a lot of us were asleep. We were asleep at the wheel and we're starting to wake up. And at the end of the day, we know that we have a lot to fix. We've literally had no choice but to take accountability and to try to fight against the debauchery that was going on. And we've never even had a choice to be individuals. We was always a collective. Some of us go and over tip at restaurants because they spread a lie that none of us tip. When I worked in hospitality, do you know that my biggest tippers were black people, particularly black women, and the cheapest people was white men? But they spread these propaganda. They do these things intentionally to try to put us in a box, put us in a corner, and shame us into submission so that we could behave a certain way and police ourselves a certain way in society. We are not the only people that have run down neighborhoods. I could show y'all. I can make some videos. I did a video on a reservation where it was horrible. They was making beverages to get a buzz. I'm gonna say that because I don't want to get a restriction. They was drinking antifreeze and god dang on Listerine. What are we talking about? None of them had a job, but you do not see those people on a world stage denigrating each other. You don't see that. Like I said, the inbreeding that's going on in the deep south and in the Midwest with these pale-faced people, a lot of them cannot read, but you do not see them in large getting on public platforms denigrating each other like that. We have to stop doing that. They do not display the worst of themselves or talk down on themselves. It is a mind control. You are literally putting spells, you are cursing yourself by continuously spewing hateful rhetoric toward your own kind. And now let's move on. Queen Black Cable, can we have your ethnicity? You could go ahead and answer the prompt. Queen Black, you there? Queen Black? I gotta mute you, Cottrell. It's a lot of feedback, baby.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. Hey.
How you doing? Hey, I'm Black American.
Okay, I'm about to start your timer, okay?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Go for it.
I was just coming up because of what she was saying, that last caller. That really got under my skin because people like to, put us under a microscope, and they like to judge us heavily, the Black community. And in my community, they dumped a lot of, because I grew up in an all Black American neighborhood, and during the Biden administration, they dumped immigrants in my community at 1 a.m. on buses.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day we come out and there's a bunch of immigrants in the neighborhood.
Mm.
And this all happened within a few years span of the Biden administration. And next thing we know, houses going up for sale. They're being placed in the houses. And now they've integrated our children into the school system with these children from different backgrounds and different communities. And it's like probably like close to New York City now. You know, I'm in Buffalo, New York.
Mm-hmm.
So I started going to the train stations and I realized the train stations changed. People are sleeping in the train stations. This is something I never encountered. Their children are in the train stations, and I can notice they're not us based on their phenotype and everything. And even when they're not speaking with the accent, I notice that they're not, still our children. And they are very unruly. And then I'm starting to go to certain meetings and places, and some of our people is talking about how bad these children are these days, and they the worst, and everything. And I'm asking them, are they Black American children? No, they just Black. And so they just ignoring you.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the delineation movement is going on. They're affecting our children.
Yep.
And I'm not saying our children are perfect, but our train stations were clean. They didn't smell like the weed because these children are heavily
Oh, say
smoking weed.
trees. Wait, I don't want to get a restriction.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're heavily,
Or say the green stuff. Yeah. Go ahead.
yes. They don't use the garbage cans that's in the train station. They just drop stuff. They're spitting all over the train station. You got to walk over, they spit. They don't have no type of decorum, and our children aren't like that. I'm sorry that they're not our children. And so they did this purposely by dumping all these people from all these different places. And they know that it's going to affect our community somehow on some of our children. We need our own communities, and we
Yes.
need
I'm
to be
gonna add a
amongst our
minute to
own
your
people.
time, boo, so you can land, okay? I'm gonna add another minute. Go ahead.
Okay. It's important that when they come home from school, we teach them and let them know who they are and how we move in our community, and show them examples in our culture of how we was from the past 100 years, and how they started introducing this degeneracy into our community and into our music by foreigners who look like us and everything. We need to show them all of that because that's not us. And that's just what I want to say.
Okay, thank you. All right. Black man is God. Can we have your ethnicity? And then you could go ahead. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes and you can answer the prompt.
Oh, okay. FBA, Foundational Black American,
Okay.
on both sides, father and mother. And I want to say, starting out, you did a very good job handling that woman.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, I seen you on YouTube before, so I was just scrolling, and I was like, I know this voice. And then I clicked your profile. Yeah, I've been seeing your YouTube channels, and I like them little faces you be making when you be your videos be real funny. It's kind of like you put like a comedy spin on it. I like that because it makes it entertaining. Like I'll be looking at your little shorts on YouTube. So I just happened by mistake to just see this and it looked interesting. I was like, oh, I know this Love Jones. I was like, okay. But yeah, I'm happy that you didn't kick her down, because I was saying to myself, I was like, I hope they don't kick her down, because once you know the truth, you don't have to run from anything. Like I'm happy that you dealt with it and you did a good job and you showed people how to deal with it, and the responses that you gave, they was like, very good.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so what was the next thing?
Oh, the prompt. Can you see it? It says, why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black American cultural success?
I think because their own cultures are unsuccessful, and They need us to make them fit in. I think it's like really that simple. Like if you look at Africa, it's not really anything like that people would consider trendy. You know, they don't like that's not just for Africans, but any other culture, not just Africa, but even white people. Like we are the face of entertainment and success value all around the world. So I just think that goes for every ethnic group. So yeah, I just think because we just talented like that. That's what I just think it is.
Okay, and the next one, why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans?
Um, what does that mean? Like culturally
Like,
appropriate?
just take everything from us. Like now they saying, Michael B. Jordan is Ghanaian. They saying that Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans created hip hop. They saying that R&B comes from Africa. Like things like that.
I wouldn't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay, but I do think it's okay for them to engage with, the art forms. I think they should respect the originators, but at the same time, I think it's okay for them to participate in hip hop and, jazz or whatever, because at the end of the day, all of us are humanity. But as long as they're not trying to steal, that's when you cross the line. When you're trying to X out the originators and try to pretend like your group originated it. Because I know all of us, we like to go places and visit and, taste food from other cultures or whatever. So when they tasting hip hop and they want to perform hip hop, I think it's cool because at the end of the day, these are just words that you express to music, but you gotta maintain the right history so you don't create a revisionist history and try to change the truth about things. That's all.
Okay. Kimmy, all right, let me end it. I wish they had a 4-minute option, but they do not. Okay, Dreddy Pendergrass, hello.
Hey. Thank you for having me
What's
back
up?
again.
Yes. So, all right, I'm gonna put the timer on and you can go ahead and answer the prompt or, say what you want, what you want to add to the panel.
Well,
Go
I'm
for
your down south country cousin, you know what I'm saying, from down here in the western North Carolina hills, you dig what I'm saying?
it. Hmm.
But yeah, man, yeah, like the brother said earlier, man, very, very, very masterful way to deal with that babbling that was going on. That was just blowing me a little bit. But but I'll say this though, this has been interesting because I had the same situation where on my timeline I saw a sister say some stuff like, you just can't do business with, black people. And I was just like, sister, historically, if you want to look at receipts of who not
Thank
to
you,
do
teacher.
business with,
Hmm.
I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Black people's the one that just broke the mode for you. But yeah, very, very masterful way that you broke that down. Like the
Thank
brother
you.
said, man, kudos to you. But I'll address your prompt. Let's see. So yeah, so the first part of it, they love to they just love to they just want to be us, man. I mean, we just so fire, bro. I mean, think about it. Like everybody emulates you. You go anywhere in the world, they know you, and they know when it's not you. That's what I like about us, though. Like it's so very, very easy to differentiate us from like the people that try to like fake and be us, man. So, but they love trying to take credit for stuff, man. Because if you got anyway close to us, you already know you a part of that fire lineage, man. That's just it just is what it is, you know? And then
Hmm.
like the last part of your prompt, it's not okay to culturally appropriate black Americans. It's not. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It can be flattering. Me going to a third world country, seeing you wear a do-rag with a 50 cent tank top on, I can say, hey, look, bro, he trying, but I mean, same time, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to have their own sauce. I was telling this white lady that she tried to hit me with the whole, well, I just want to be colorblind. Like, no, I need you to see my color because I feel like in this world, people always trying to be the same. Like, nah, stand on your 10, be over there, be beautiful who you are differently, and keep it pushing. There's nothing wrong with people like giving you, props or trying to, give you love for your culture and stuff, but that's where it should be. Give us props, give us love, and keep that shit moving. I don't need to, I shouldn't go to a country and see you looking like, trying to look like me. I should go to a country and see you looking like who you supposed to be looking like. That way I can probably try to pull a little game or something, like shit. I'm sorry, I didn't say cuss word, but my cousins from Nigeria, they got a little fly, whatever. I might try to emulate that but we can't do that because when I go over there, I'm seeing a dude trying to look like one of my little dusty cousins over here. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think that, as a people, that we're doing exactly what we need to do right now. And this is the greatest time in history to be a Black American because we got the rock right now. And it's wild right now. And I love it. But that's it.
Okay. Thanks for your input. All right. I think the last person that was up there dropped. Okay, so Obasi, can you give us your ethnicity and then you can answer the prompt. Are you there? Do you know how to unmute yourself? Obasi Kahina. Hello, I'm gonna send you an invite to unmute yourself. Unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Every time I try to join, y'all send me to some type of porn room.
Oh, please don't come on here saying that. I don't want to get a restriction.
No, I'm telling you the truth. Every time I try to join, I get sent to some weird ass people like dancing.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about that. But you can give us your ethnicity, and then you could go ahead and.
I'm from Mississippi.
Okay.
Oxford. Every time I join.
All right, you said it. Please don't. Please stop.
What you? I ain't gonna say the point. I ain't
Don't
gonna say the
please.
thing. But
Are you coming up here to try to get my live restricted? What's the vibe?
No. I ain't know. You know what? I would stay in the chat. I ain't even come up on that. I would just. Every time I tried to join, I kept sent to some weird room.
Oh my God. Why you got to keep saying, oh, but I see, please.
I said a weird room.
Why you got to keep saying the same thing over and over?
I said a weird
I done picked up what you put down. Do you want to answer the prompt?
So weird is part of the prompt?
What is you talking?
I'm confused.
Now you trolling me.
Take me out. I'm just gonna listen.
You troll me. You got me fucked up. See, I'm trying. What was that? What?
He be wanting to go to them rooms. I don't know why he trying to blame it on us.
Cause how you get sent to that you don't get sent
right.
Ain't nobody send you to the what? That don't even make no sense.
He was in the room. He the one with the hole in the wall looking.
Lord have mercy. How do you even get there from here? What? Just making up lies.
Oh, freaky Jason.
Everybody up in here, can y'all double tap so we could get to 100K likes? Thank you guys for participating. Help me to continue to reach my gift goal, and follow me if you are not already following me, and follow anybody else on the panel if you've enjoyed what they spoke about tonight. Thank you guys for your comments. All of the interaction and engagement is super helpful because y'all know they be trying to restrict me because people just be mad. They don't like real conversations from real people. Thank you, Ty. Hey, Ann, what's up? You could go ahead and unmute, and I'm going to set your timer. You can answer the prompt.
Hey, Love Jones.
What's up?
So I'm driving. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
No, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I really just wanted to say something about that girl that came up that was all doom and gloom.
Yes.
All doom and gloom. I was like, dog, she just going in. She wouldn't even stop. But I wanted to address something about what she was saying. As far as Black Americans being rowdy, that didn't start until Black Lives Matter got popularity. We weren't out here burning shit down, all that kind of stuff, until Black Lives Matter. That whole organization across so many different states was run by Muslims, melanated Muslims from Africa, mainly there, but also Caribbean. Like, it was not run by Black Americans. I hope y'all know that. And they were scammers, by the way. The Black Americans that they were profiting off of, posting their names everywhere and say the name, say the name. They were getting all kind of money and buying mansions Did y'all see news about that when it was going
Yes.
on?
Yep.
You know, some of the mothers of the victims of, you know, brutality were going on the news and saying, you know what, they don't even talk to us.
Ooh.
These activists that are running these places in different states, they won't even talk to the victims' families. They weren't
Wow.
seeing any of the money that these people were getting, all kind of donations. I'm telling y'all, it was not us running that whole organization, and not even today. You look at who's the leader of these things, most of the time they're going to be a Muslim, or they side with the Palestinians. And I was going to say, the Palestinians came here, you know, right after that stuff started popping off in the Middle East, and they was out here running amok and trying to get all these kids out here in the universities to join them. You know, they targeted the universities especially. So it was young people that was out here, you know, siding with these Palestinians and getting all riled up, going out here talking about Malcolm X, you know, and you know, burning stuff down and all kind of. It was the Palestinians that really started that, because we were not out there doing that before they got here. I promise y'all, even when Black Lives Matter first started, nobody was, you know, talking about going out here and just, you know, setting everything on, you know, like, no. The Palestinians were the ones that wanted to do all that shit. And I just wanted to point that out. And also that girl, that girl reminded me of that. Did y'all see that interview a couple of years back on TikTok? This girl was in Houston and she was at a club.
Hush. What? Did she just say shut up? What?
Huh?
Am I hearing stuff? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
There
ahead.
was a girl in Houston, and the girl that was up here that was talking all that doom and gloom, she reminded me of
Oh,
that
look, wait,
interview.
no,
That girl
I'm
was like,
sorry. We got to disconnect. I'm sorry, Ann. I just put somebody else up there and they was, what is wrong with, go ahead. Go ahead, boo. I don't know. Somebody came up their mic and was saying crazy stuff. Go ahead.
well, I just wanted to lighten the mood because, you know, there was just a bad, you know, atmosphere after she said all that. Did y'all ever see that interview with that girl in Houston? She was at a club and they came to interview her because something went down, and she was like, that's sad. If you can't go to Bella Noches, where the hell could you go? She
I
sounded
remember
just
that.
like her to me.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness. Yeah, she did. That is
The
funny.
whole time she was talking, I was cracking
And
up.
she kept cussing. I'm like, girl, I'm not trying to get no restrictions. I do not like when I get restrictions. Cause no, when you get too many, they try to strike. You know how it go. And we already got people that's not in favor of the things that we talk about. So it's like, let's try to keep it clean as much as we can. Sometimes you could drop a little something here or there, but to continuously do it back to back, like it was just getting to a point.
Right. Was somebody upset because I exposed Black Lives Matter? Because I know it's a lot of
No, I don't think they upset. They saying that they knew that, and then they were saying they thought there was a rainbow coalition.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, love.
Okay,
Y'all
thank
later.
you.
I'll
Can
be
we?
in the comments.
Okay, Nana, can we have your ethnicity, and then you could go ahead. I'm gonna give you the 3 minutes, and you can answer the prompt.
How you doing, boo? My name
Hello.
Nana. My ethnicity, I'm Black American mixed with Afro Latino. My mama is Black American and my father is Afro Latino, specifically
Okay.
Afro Puerto Rican. And while other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black American cultural success, why is it okay to culturally appropriate Black Americans? And the simple answer is basically these white tea people, they fucking want the rhythm but don't want the blues.
Okay.
Is it culturally appropriate for Black Americans? No, it's not. There's a difference between appreciation and appropriation.
So do you think that white tea people are the only people that culturally appropriate Black Americans?
Nope.
Oh,
No. Hispanic people do it too. Hispanic people, Asian people do it too.
okay. Did you have anything else you wanted to add before we went to the next person on the panel?
Did y'all see that shit with this man, Jack Harlow, when he had legit said that he had got blacker?
Oh, I didn't see him say he got blacker, but I know that he said that he wanted to make music that was more Black. Like I've seen that.
I was so offended.
Mm-mm.
I was upset. I'm not gonna hold you. I was really upset. I can't believe this man has said some shit like that. At first, there was part of me that wanted to believe that there was some type of innocence to what he was saying, but this man was dead serious, and I was really upset.
It's a lot going on. And you know, he gets widely accepted and no pushback. But I think he doesn't really get pushback is because he's not disrespectful and he admits it. Like, you know, some people do it and they try to pretend like they're not doing what they're doing. I think that's probably why people don't go in on Jack Harlow like that.
Either way, I just didn't like nothing about it. This goes back to what we were saying, that a lot of people, specifically white people, they want the rhythm but don't want the blues.
Mm-hmm.
That was just crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree. Okay. Um, who's next? Winter Spell, can we have your ethnicity? And then you could go ahead and answer the prompt.
I'm Black. Um, why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take?
Oh,
Because
Winter, are you American?
yeah, sorry, I'm
Okay,
African
okay,
American.
okay. I'm
Um,
gonna put your countdown on, and you could go ahead.
well, no, just I feel like this is something that's been going on for years and years and years. Elf Cosmetics came out recently with a quote unquote edging pomade,
Oh
and it has
yeah.
that little comb that comes with it, and they've been marketing it to YT women, and we was talking about this about how they market it to YT women. They haven't asked any BIPOC women to, promote it or anything like that. And a lot of YT women are using it to put their hair in buns and stuff like that. They have no idea what an
Thanks,
edging,
Prince.
stuff is.
Mhm.
And I just feel like is they're constantly taking stuff from us, and then they always say, well, it's for everybody, this and that, da 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 da. And I made the comment before about how they did the Irish dance in centers. You don't see black people taking it and calling it the hip hop jump or something like that. You could, here's the thing: you can appreciate stuff and just leave the names alone. My thing is people they take
Mm,
stuff and they change the names of it because they're so uncomfortable with the names, like Bantu knots. They call those, mini updos and stuff like that. They to them those names sound ugly, so they want to quote unquote, whiteify it or whatever. Because it's another thing that happened. There was a thing, and it's not just, and it's not just YT people. Other cultures do some stuff as well. They do some weird stuff. And but yeah, there's places in Asia where they, China, well, not China, but Japan, where they have the girls with the froze and stuff like that, where you can actually see the videos on YouTube and stuff where they do their hair up in like froze and stuff like that. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. We never
mhm.
see these same people when stuff goes down. Somebody gets unalived by police or whatever. Those same people are not there. They want to sit and say, well, maybe he was doing this or maybe he was doing that.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, and then they try to turn down our shine too when Black B Jordan won and stuff. You got people in the comments and stuff making comments and stuff like, well, it wasn't even that a good of a movie, this and that, which is strange to me because I didn't even hear about the Marty Supreme movie until,
At
like,
all.
yeah, I didn't even hear about that movie until 2 or 3 weeks before the Oscars. Because they was trying to set it up for Timothy, whatever his name, to win because they knew they really did not want Michael B. Jordan to win. Like that's why I don't really watch the Oscars and stuff that much anymore. So I think black people need to just I think you know I don't know. I just feel like YT people are constantly coming after our shine. No matter what, they always try to. That's why they went after Tiana Taylor. She was. They said, oh, she doing too much. Well, she was at the Oscars. Her movie won. A best movie of the year or something like that. She has every right to do too much. They didn't say all that stuff when Bruce Willis and all them was acting the fool. At the Oscars years ago. But
Hmm. I agree. Okay. We don't have anybody else new on the panel, so we can have an open discussion at this point. Please do not talk over each other and try to limit the cussing to a minimum because I really don't want to get any restrictions. Thank you, CJ. And thank you guys for the gifts. We do have a gift goal at the top, and make sure you guys send your heart me's in. Continue on like y'all are doing. I love the fact that you all are interacting with the live stream and double tapping. I appreciate the interaction and just thank you because they've been trying to come for me, y'all. I don't want to keep saying it and putting that energy out there, but we're doing pretty decent tonight. So yeah. So does anybody have anything they want to add based on anything they've heard or anything extra they want to add to the prompt? You can go for it one at a time.
Can I just say a comment real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey man, it's that late night hour, boy. A
Thank you,
lot of cats
Fred.
that came up here on
Thank
that
you, Tasha.
wine. They ain't come up on that wine today, boy. I heard some crazy stuff today. Oh goodness, the sister that they had, uh, the sister that was talking about. So I said that she was talking like she was pro-Israel. She was like, they was over from
Oh, say
Palestine
it's
talking.
not real. Say it's
Oh,
not
it's
real.
not real. My bad, sis. My bad. My bad.
We
I
still
was just
learning.
like, man, really? We're gonna talk about that? And the whole
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say something and people are not gonna like it.
It's the wine.
And wine aside, but this is just between us, right? All right, y'all. Don't tell nobody I said this. I've never spoken out against any of that because all of those people are racist.
Talk to him.
They do not like that. All of those people their ideologies are rooted in anti-blackness. They do not like us. Not all. You could find pockets, but majority Middle Eastern people, Southeast Asian people, everybody has some type of anti-black rhetoric. So I'm not about to put on a heavy cape, and I don't want to see any children being unalive. I don't think that is not, and none of it is okay. But I'm not putting on no heavy cape for somebody that would spit in my face, call me the N-word, have other racial slurs for me, and look down on me, and literally would traffic me and make me a house lady. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. In 2026, I'm not doing it. That's why people like, oh, boycott Starbucks. Bitch, that don't have nothing to do
Shit.
with me. I feel bad for people. I have empathy. But when it comes to us, these people don't like us. And we have to stop lending our camaraderie and lending our invites to the goddamn on cookout for people that would not, I promise you. If you was on fire, they wouldn't take a whiz on you. Go ahead, Dreddy. I didn't mean to.
No, no, since she was cook, I'm just saying that they really just, YT with a tan. That's it. They just they do the same thing. They say the same stuff about us. I'm with you, sis. Hey, it's unfortunate that y'all got what y'all got going on, but sorry for y'all.
Mhm.
Tough tit.
Yep. Does anybody else have anything they want to add?
I do.
Go for it.
Like he was saying, like tough titty for the kitty, but the mix still good. Basically, what he was saying.
That's it, baby. You already know what time it is.
Yeah, but it's just like we don't have no slurs for nobody. They have multiple for us. I can't think of. I've been googling what to call these people. Anybody else, POCs and all of that stuff, and it don't even sound cool. You know what
Like
I'm saying? It's like what
we
we
got to
call
make
this
it up on
person.
the fly. We
Yeah,
literally
it
got to
don't
make
even
ours up on the fly.
sound. Because we don't even think to be that hateful. We're
Right.
not a hateful type of people to just be like, like the B word that they call the Mexicans or whatever, we don't
Yeah.
even think like that. That's not even in our vocabulary. But it's steady in theirs, and it's just crazy because we are the most loving, accepting group of freaking people on this planet. We make America look good. And what's so crazy to me, they seen everything we went through. They seen the atrocities. It was in history books. Our history is documented more than anybody else, and they still decide to come over here, knowing what we done been through, and then gonna go against us. I don't feel sorry for nobody. Like, I'm not even lying. I think I want to call the ice cream man on my job. I
Ooh.
got fired in November because I had the flu.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had the flu and I got fired because they was like, "Oh, you didn't submit your paperwork," and da da da. I was sick. I didn't submit the paperwork because I was sick. And when I tell you it, on one hand, I can count that Black Americans is probably like 5 Black Americans. Everybody else is like Indian, from other places, Africa, and all of that stuff. And I've been trying not to do it because I believe in karma, and I don't want to do nothing just out of hate. But something in my spirit is like, call them people on them just because.
I think
Ancestors.
honestly, there's other organizations that you could call as well. Like you could report them to,
Girl, all through the plant, it was like a plant or whatever. They have paperwork everywhere, like what to do if the ice cream truck come. Oh, don't do this, don't do this, stop, don't have illegal documents, don't, like, they
What?
have a whole reform everywhere. I'm
Oh
talking about
wow.
in the break
Yeah, the labor
room.
board. Thank you, Eve. You
It's
could call the
everywhere.
labor board.
Yeah, they have
Was it?
everything to protect these people, but it's like, and when I signed my lease for my apartment, I ain't gonna lie to you. When ice cream people first
Don't
came
wait.
over,
Don't incriminate yourself and say you did something.
no, I haven't done anything.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
haven't done anything. But I remember when I re-signed my lease, they was like, "Are you a citizen?" And I was like, "What the freak that got to do with anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a citizen. Y'all didn't get my birth certificate, my social security, and all of that stuff." And they was like, "No, but we just want to make sure. Can you support documents and all of that stuff?" I didn't have to show it, but they asked me. So I went to my job and I was like, "Is it illegals over here and all of that stuff?" And they was like, "No, we do." But I know for a fact that people will leave and go to different countries for like 3-4 months and then come back and still have a job. I was sick for 2 freaking weeks
Wow.
with the flu and got fired. But they can leave for like 3 or 4 months and come back. I'm talking about people having different names.
Wait, were you the only Black woman working there?
It was like five Black people that was American. The other
Oh
ones was
wow.
like from Nigeria, uh, I don't know if I can say Arab,
Yeah, you could say
Arabians,
that.
or something like that. It was like other different people, but like everybody that worked there is not American.
So
And
majority basically wasn't American.
the only reason I got my job was because my boyfriend at the time was working there and he had been there for 4 years. That's the only reason I got the job. Because they do not hire Black people at all.
Oh, that's discrimination.
True.
Yeah.
I would call somebody. They said file a case with EROC, and they
EEOC.
said,
Yep.
Yeah,
I think she meant EEOC.
even a couple of months ago, my son went to McDonald's and I took him to McDonald's for a job and he went in there. I'm sitting outside in the car. I got the windows rolled down, and he come back and he was like, "Mama, I don't think I'm gonna get hired." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "It ain't no more Mexicans in here." And I was like, I said, "Do you want to leave?" And he was like, "No, I'm gonna see what they're gonna say." Went in there, came out, and he was like, "Ma, I ain't get the job." My son been working since he was 15 with no gaps,
That's
like
messed up.
no like big gaps or nothing like that. And he did not got.
Somebody said we got to start reporting this. We do for workplace discrimination because it's discriminatory. It
Yeah,
really is.
yeah, and I've been thinking about this for like the last like 2 months. Should I call ICE on them? I believe in karma. I don't want to do nothing wrong because a lot of people I work with, I did like, and all of that stuff, and I was cool with them. But at the same time, you fired me because I had the flu.
You're doing your American civic duty
But
to
then
your
they
country.
fired me. When they said I was fired, I was still working at the same time. So they lied and all of that stuff. They didn't even know how to do the documentation. I tried to go back to the job and all that stuff. I called and I was just like, "Hey, I'm finna come back. I got the documentation." It was like, "Oh, you already been terminated." I was like,
Oh
"How?"
wow.
Wow.
You know? But yeah, people can leave for 3 or 4 months. I'm talking about they ain't been there a year yet.
Thanks, Kurt.
Yeah, but
That's
go ahead.
crazy. Thanks, CJ. I heard that. Damn, what was I about to say? Shit.
You talking about jobs,
Yeah, I was about to say
discrimination?
something I can't even remember. God
I was gonna
damn
say,
it.
sis, it's like that here in Western North Carolina. Like we have a crazy influx of like Latinos. I mean, I can put it to you like this. Back in the 90s, like 93, 94. Oh man, everybody on the neighborhood, like you knew who they were. Like they were your cousins. They were somebody that your grandmama knew. You know, everybody knew each other. But like right when 97 hit, that
Mm-hmm.
was it. It was a wrap. You didn't know who knew about. You didn't know who nobody was. Started having corn stalks in the yards, chickens running around and stuff. Man, I was like, what
Yeah.
in the
My
world?
cousin said somebody took her dog and ate it, and I was just like, "Bitch, didn't I?" I'm
What?
sorry. She was like, "Somebody took Tum Tum," but it was like her dog. She had a little chihuahua named Tum Tum,
Yeah, man.
and
Look,
she
bikes started
swore the
missing.
neighbor took the dog and did something to it, but he left.
Yeah,
Where
Yeah.
was her neighbor from?
They was from Guadalajara or something like that.
They probably did. You know they be having dog festivals in foreign countries,
Yeah,
and
they
hmm
they
do.
literally eat the dogs.
Yeah,
hmm
but like he got out the house one day and I remember they had a whole bunch of chickens and roosters and stuff like that. And I
hmm
remember she just cried and cried. And she's like, they took some. And we went and knocked on the door and all of that stuff. We was young, like teenagers, whatever.
I'm
But
telling you,
she
that's
just
that's
broke
when,
down.
but that's when we noticed the crime in our neighborhood. We started like my aunt just got a brand new like that's to tell my age. She got one of them nice like Altimas from like back in the 90s, like the nice joint with the power windows. She
Yeah.
had it no longer than like now this is Western North Carolina, like I'm talking about a small town. She had that car for like 2 weeks, y'all. Somebody got her, took the car off out of her driveway, and then we started having like our bikes and stuff in the neighborhood started getting
Getting
missing.
stolen.
I was like,
And
oh
I
my
think that's
god,
why it's like so important for us to do this because
That's
not
what's
even
going
delineating from the diaspora, but we got to delineate from everybody because Mexicans want to say they black too. Because I seen an
Yeah.
interview with
hmm
Mexican OT, and
I seen that.
that
Hmm.
person had the nerve to say, "Oh, we all got dropped off the
Yeah, it's
same boat, just different
hmm
locations." I was like,
uh,
when the freak did Mexicans get dropped off on a boat?"
it's really aggravating. But we got a new person up here, y'all. Hey, Mr. Harris.
Hey, what's going on, love?
Hello. You could go ahead and answer the prompt.
Yes. Why are other ethnic groups constantly trying to take credit for Black Americans' cultural success? Um, Basically because they really have no cultural success.
Mm,
So everybody that's doing something is doing what we doing. Back in the day, the white people used to have to get the black people had to used to co-sign the white people to make them relevant.
mm.
We had to put a stamp on them. The M&Ms they had to have a Dr. Dre. The Iggy Azaleas had to have a Ti. So
Oh,
everybody
wow.
come around us, we gotta stamp them to make them approve. And you can't have no culture or build no successful culture if you constantly fleeing. If you
Mm,
moving around, you can't build no culture. If you moving and running and doing all this, you can't build no daggone culture. And everything that we did come out with, they used to demonize it. Rock and roll,
mm,
oh, it makes you degenerate. Jazz, oh, that's bad. Rap, oh, that's bad. But when it comes successful, now everybody's saying, oh, we did it. Country, Beyonce make a country song, and they feel like she a guest in our own daggone culture.
yep.
And that's how they do. And like that lady was coming up here, she came up here talking all that, and kind of convinced somebody how black she is. But she's saying she about 50 years old. Like, where the heck you from? Ain't nowhere in the world you 50 years old is talking about I'm a whole N-word. You can look at this and look who you trying to convince? I don't know nobody that's about 50 years old talking like that. That's no black American.
Mm.
And why is it okay to culturally appropriate black Americans? It's not okay. They want to make it seem like it's okay. Got Fat Joes running around talking about they created hip hop 50-50.
Mhm.
Ain't nothing from your culture that you brought to the table no Latin thing that was introduced into no hip hop. Everything that derived from hip hop came from jazz, blues, funk. Latinos ain't had nothing to do with that. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody want to jump on it and say we did this and we did that because we so inviting and we forever creating and we just give stuff away too freely. But this delineation had putting a stop to that. Now people going crazy, don't know what to do because they don't got no culture. Their culture is doing what we do.
Oh.
And that's their culture. If the Africans, their culture is fleeing
Oh.
and running all over the place and talk about because the drums came out of somebody beating a drum back in Africa. Now you talking about they created hip hop.
They said
But
they made
can't
R&B. I was like, what?
they ain't got no Luther Vandross, no Patti LaBelle's,
No
Fact.
Michael Jackson either.
no
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jacksons.
No Teddy Pendergrass.
They ain't got no Tupacs. They ain't got no daggone Rakims. If we got it from y'all should be able to show who was doing it first.
They don't even have a
But they
Sojourner
can't do
Truth.
that.
They don't even have
They
nobody
ain't,
that mark history.
they ain't even got a little daggone Lil Zane.
Oh.
They ain't got nobody.
Damn. And we don't even fuck with Lil Zane no more.
They ain't got a Bow Wow or nobody. But everything we supposed to got, they gotta say, oh well, we the real Africans. So that's why we getting away from that African American. Cause everything we do, they feel like they could claim it by proxy.
Yep.
That stuff is over. The delineation got these people going losing their mind. Like we Jordan said, his dad flew in from Ghana. Oh, he from Ghana. They want to share in that. Come
That
on,
was
this life is
ridiculous.
real pathetic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they don't care. They don't care. They culture, they ain't got culture. They got customs. But they do
Mm-hmm.
stuff over and over and over. Even with they scamming, they just scam until they get
Oh.
caught.
Mm.
Hundreds of $1,000,000 and don't know even how to stop.
Oh my
And just
God.
say,
Not
well,
the
let's do something
same.
else. When we do something, we say we're gonna hit a lick. A lick. It ain't no scam. We say we're gonna hit a lick and that's it. But we know we get caught doing something, it's gonna be consequences.
Heavy ones.
So we ain't never been a scamming daggone culture, a group of people that's doing stuff like that. We never had. We always had to get it out the mud. We get it out the mud. Everything that we do, we have to get it out the mud. Even when they tear it down, we got to build it back up. So I
Yeah.
just love this delineation. And I love getting on these panels. Sometimes, most times, I just listen and sing gifts. But Love Jones, I love you. You keep doing your
Oh,
thing.
thank you.
You stand on business. I love it.
I appreciate that so much.
Love.
Okay.
Love
What's
Jones,
up?
before you get off, can you
Mhm.
please look up the Somalians doing a Million Man March kind of emulation?
Oh my Lord.
I know
Where
you
is
love
that? Where is it?
you
Where's
Google
that?
stuff all the time.
I
I can't
do.
remember exactly what it was, but they marched on Selma. Really like
Wait,
they
I
went
probably
up
could
into
find
the
it. Let me open the
The Million
TikTok.
Musty Man March.
it probably was
Oh
something like
Lord,
that.
not the
I'm sure
million
they
It,
were
musty
talking.
it,
man.
it, it was probably
But
smelling like grilled
they
onions out
marched over
there.
that bridge where Malcolm
Oh
X,
Smell like
I
Lord.
mean not Malcolm X, but Dr. Martin Luther King marched and all of that stuff, and they was trying to claim our lineage, and they was just like, this is what our people did, and this is why we're doing it again, and all of that stuff, and it was like, no, this is not your history.
nah. Our ancestors had deodorant on. Them cats went out there with some flip flops, smelling musty.
Shut
Oh
your
my
fuss.
God. Did y'all
Shut
hear
your.
about the did y'all hear about the Ghanaian president trying to go to the UN and the AU, the African Union and United Nations to get reparations on our behalf? They're gonna
Yes,
go to the burial ground on March. I'm gonna make some content on it. I've been like reading articles and stuff about it. But
I
they're
seen
gonna
a
go to
whole.
the
Did you?
burial ground on the 25th of this month in New York to lay a wreath down on the burial site because they're claiming those people as Africans.
Girl,
And
they done did a whole conference.
yo, they're trying to steal our
The
reparations.
Mali people that did
That's
a whole
crazy.
conference, and they was talking about Black American reparations and what Black Americans can do, and they didn't say nothing
Mhm.
about helping us here. They was just like they can bring that money back
Yeah, I
to
saw that.
Mali. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it was somebody like screen recording or something like that, or recording it or something like that. But I really want you to look at them people. If you can look it up, because I don't know, I can't do it right now because if I get off my phone, it's gonna take me off. But I really want you
I'm
to look
trying to
up.
look for it now.
It's like them Somalis like doing like the Million Man March or emulation or something like that. I
Boy,
can't remember.
about to be a
Yeah,
million glistening foreheads out there, boy. I can't
Oh,
wait to
I
see that.
see it. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Minnesota to Selma, immigrants carry the legacy forward. It's not
yes,
even just Somalis. It's immigrant. What the fuck?
yeah,
Oh
but it's
my
not their
god.
legacy.
They talking about to honor civil rights. This is
Yeah,
outrageous.
girl, you're gonna have to do a
To
whole nother
honor
thing
civil
about that
rights.
too. You're gonna have to do a whole nother thing
They
about
people
that
don't
too.
have no shame at
Oh my
all.
Yeah,
God.
People they saying this is disrespectful. Thank you for telling me about this. I'll make some content on it tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
Most
Cause
They
they
are
just
definitely.
immigrant.
wanna,
What
they
are
trying
they
to.
doing? They really want to steal our Yo, we must be about to hit the jackpot. Cause
Oh
That's what I
what's
yeah,
keep
going
it's
on
saying.
coming.
now is
I said we
outrageous.
have to be close to it. We have to be
We
close to it
got
for.
something real
Yeah,
amazing is happening for us because the way everybody is carrying on is
yeah.
outrageous. I ain't never seen
Mm-hmm.
this many immigrants. These people carrying on. Like, it's Asian people out there. What in the hell?
Yes. What girl? I seen that like
Oh
two
my
days
god.
ago. I
Wait,
thought I
let me send
tagged
this
you
to
in
some
it
of
because
my
you know I
mutuals.
tagged you in something real quick. But yeah, I just seen
Ooh.
that like 2 days ago, and I'm just like, that is fucking freaking crazy. And it's just like they got the Martin Luther King on posters, and they got all these "We Shall Overcome," and they was singing the what freaking song? Deep in my heart, I still believe that we shall overcome. You know that
It's
song.
Latinos out here. What the hell in the Rainbow Coalition is going on?
Everybody.
Shameful. Just
Why are they
shameful.
doing this?
It's disrespectful. It's
They
not even
literally are
shameful.
trying to steal our inheritance.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so glad Donald Trump is in office. No, I did not vote for him. No, I am not MAGA, but he was the catalyst to wake us up because I promise
Mm-hmm.
if the other lady would have won, we would have
Oh
been
my
still in
God,
a
we'd have been
slumber.
We
screwed.
would have been infested. We would have been infested. And I'm not a Trumper either, but I know this new election, I am definitely voting red again because Democrats don't
Oh
do
my
nothing for people.
God.
Girl, you looking at
Um,
it's so sad, ain't it? And you probably looking deeper into it now.
This is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's pathetic. It's really sad because
This
they
says
trying
we
to.
the people immigrant what? Oh, and they marching for Jesse Jackson.
Yes, they got a
oh
picture of
my
him.
gosh.
Yeah, y'all gotta go look at it. Everybody go look at it.
We the people means what? Immigrants. Wait, what does this sign say? I
Girl,
see we the people means, and then at the bottom I see immigrants, but I can't see what it says on the side.
And the thing about and the crazy part of it is all of this is led Democrat led.
yeah.
They are letting everybody know where they at, where they stand at.
Wait, y'all. It says we the people means all the people. That's what the sign says. Then at the bottom it says immigrants some. I'm trying to catch what it say at the bottom. Hold up. Immigrant Defense Network. What the fuck? Why are they trying to blatantly hijack the civil rights movement?
And
Bruh.
they're claiming it's theirs. They
Hmm.
when the man made a speech before that, if you go on it, he
Yeah,
made a speech.
I just didn't. I'm gonna play it, but yeah, we were still talking, so I had it
Yeah.
low.
He made a
I'm gonna
whole speech.
play it. Hold
Okay, go
on.
ahead.
Wait, hold up.
But the movement transformed from then and then to us and now.
Did he just say it? The movement transformed from them and then to us and now.
And now,
You have to
Oh
look at the
my
whole thing
god.
because he was like our ancestors,
Because
something
our
like
time
that.
has come to defend our rights. This is one step in that great legacy. Let's march with solemnity. Keep hope alive. Keep hope
All
alive.
people. Yo, my god. No, we can't. This is not okay.
No,
that's
they can't
bad.
hijack. You know, we said take a page off of it, but we meant to go back home and you do that in your home country, not do that over here because we already did that and y'all fighting against us. So no, you do that shit that stuff at home.
They about to come out with an empanada X,
They
and
finna
I'm gonna
do a
be
whole
upset,
thing.
and
They
I'm gonna
about
be
to make us
mad.
put
I'm gonna be mad as
BTA.
hell.
They about
Yeah.
to make us put BTA. And you know, I have a sign that says not all, and I'm continuously saying I'm not talking about every single one of them, but they are making it very extremely hard to separate the good ones from the bad, because this is not okay. Could you imagine us
Look,
going to Mexico, doing this in the street? What the fuck? Like,
I'm
go
sorry.
home and storm your capital's home, storm your
they all
government's
snakes in the
home.
My,
grass. You gotta cut them off. They all
my
snakes in the
cousin,
grass.
my cousin just texted me and said musty eggs. I'm done. Like,
Oh my
stop,
God, Lord.
stop. I'm
All
done.
right, y'all. We got 3 new people up here. We gotta get to
Okay.
them. Carla. Oh, I think he was up here already. Carla, are you there? Oh,
Yeah, I
something.
lost you. I don't know if I lost you after the algorithm or whatever, but yeah, I told you how much I enjoy listening to you and everything. You're such
Yes, thank you.
you're such a vibrant young woman, and we need you in our lives. You know, and you
Thank you
know
so
what?
much, Carla.
Can you explain to
Wait,
me?
let me put your time on. Go ahead.
Can you explain to me why when we put foundationals in front of Black Americans, people lost their damn minds? Why?
Because they want us to be inclusive so that they could lay claim to the things that we've created, and they want to be able to usurp and absorb our resources, and we are a resource as a people. They want to do it in peace. They do not want to be called out. They don't want us to separate. They don't want us to acknowledge anything that we've contributed that they have absolutely nothing to do with, because they benefit off of everything that we do.
That's true. And why do the whole world do that to us?
Because the whole world benefits. Every house globally, if they have an actual house, if they have a system with any type of infrastructure, they have things that they use on a day-to-day basis that was created by a deeply melanin rich American with negroid features from the United States of America,
What
all
is
around the world.
wrong about us? And then
Sis,
they
can I
just
jump
want to
in real quick
use
and answer
us.
her?
Hold up, King.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
What you said?
I said, you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, baby girl, I am 64 years old here talking to you. And all my life, I'm gonna tell you what, when I started out learning about stuff, the first place I went was to the library. When I first learned how to read, the first thing I wanted to read about was us. That's all I ever want to read about. Why did these people hate us and do such damage and trauma to us? And what did we do to deserve it?
Mm.
That's all I'm saying, Schubert.
Okay. Well, we just the greatest motherfuckers on the planet, and
I love you, girl.
it's envy. Because you don't go that hard on a group of people unless they have something that you want. It's the green-eyed monster, and people love to downplay us and denigrate us because they don't want us to know how great we are. They already can't stand that they copy us, and they do it so inherently that they don't even notice that they're doing it. They literally live and breathe Black American everything. So when it's called out, it burns them. Like, it makes them
It
want to
does.
crash out.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
was that
let that
all?
young man speak. I'm
Okay,
through.
so I'm
Thank you,
gonna
baby
turn your
girl.
timer off. Okay.
All right, Dad.
Hello, King. You can go for it. I'm gonna give you a timer.
I'm gonna be real short. I was just gonna
You
say,
don't know how to be short, but go
I
ahead.
do
You
know
got
how to
3
be
minutes.
short. All right, so sis, go read Psalms 83. Psalms 83 in the King James version. It's basically the entire world against Black Americans. That's all I want to say.
You didn't want to read. You didn't want to answer the prompt or add anything else to the panel.
Okay, let's see. Why other I'm trying to take credit for it. I mean, I feel like, like y'all pretty much know my stance. Because they're professional tethers. It's as simple as that. Professional
Professional.
tethers. So
I
they're
like that.
great. They are great at what they
I like
do.
that too.
Professional.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. So I want to take the stance of mostly listening. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay, I'm gonna turn your time off. Okay, we have eccentric souls. Can we have your ethnicity? And then you could go ahead and answer the prompt. Eccentric souls, are you there?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to come up here.
Okay, I'll drop you. Have a good night. Safe travels.
You too. Thank you.
All right, y'all. I wasn't gonna be up here for that even this long. Damn. But so we could do final thoughts since nobody else is trying to come up here, and we could start at the top. Go ahead, Cottrell.
Okay, I had to unmute myself. I'm really proud of you, Love Jones, and I
Thank
love
you.
everything that you're doing in the work that you're putting in. Because I know a lot of people feel and think like it's just internet. You know, we have a news report in Texas that it was on the news. You know, in the paper, not even just on TV. It was in the paper. It's talking about FBAs. So it's just not. It's people like you and that's getting the conversation started, and we're doing something, you know. And I'm proud of you for, you know, being who you are and sending 10 toes down and all of that stuff. And I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of all of
I'm
us.
proud
I
of
love
us.
y'all. Excuse
I am
me.
too.
I said I'm
Yeah,
proud of
I'm proud
us.
of. Yeah, I'm proud of us, and I'm proud of what we're doing. And I didn't think I was gonna go first because I was at the top because I have to think before I speak. So yeah, I really don't know what to say. Uh, get back at me. I'm at the top, but get back at me again so I can think.
Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I had these back. This is final thoughts, boo. I'm getting off after everybody speak. Um, can we have Black Man is God? Your final thoughts?
Yes, I enjoyed it. I really didn't have much to say because you pretty much know everything about it. You know, I don't really like. Yeah, I seen your YouTube. I like hearing your voice. You sound real cute and you look good and stuff. So
Thank you.
I
Yo,
really
bro,
didn't
stop
have
trying to
much to
take my
say. I
girl.
was
What's wrong
just
with you, man? What's like? Come on,
Oh,
what's wrong?
I am not your girl.
What's fuck?
Y'all got it going on.
yeah, I
Good.
was just enjoying the serenade of your voice and stuff. And I really didn't have much to say because you already know everything about it. Like, what I'm gonna say? Like, oh yeah, I can't do nothing but agree with you, you know, because I've seen some of your YouTube videos, and it's almost like if I'm on a live stream with Tariq Nasheed, what can I tell him? He already know everything about it. So it's just a good time to, you know, gather and, you know, have a little fun and communicate. So that's all I gotta say. Just keep doing what you do. Um, and people are listening, whether you know it or not. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So to respond to what he said right quickly, we all have different perspectives. You know, I learn things from you guys every day. Like Cottrell, she just put me onto a video that I'm absolutely going to do some content on that I didn't even know existed. So these panels are literally just to exchange, you know, to gain new perspectives. And some people never heard none of what we're talking about before. Like it might sound crazy because we're in a bubble, but there are people out there that don't know what the hell. Well, I could say fuck now. I'm about to get off. That don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So I just look at it as like you never know if you're reaching brand new fresh ears. I look at it like that. Even if only 5 new people heard what we're talking about, then mission accomplished. Okay, go ahead, Dreddy Pendergrass.
Yes, yes, yes. So my final thought for this would be, you know, I am proud of us, man. I really am. I know I said that, like I really am proud of us, man. And this, like I said, this moment in time, like if I don't know if you guys feel this, but it feels like one big ass like family reunion. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like whenever we get on these panels and I actually talk to other Black Americans, it's just like these people probably are my people. Like these are my cousins. Somewhere down the line, I don't know how, but like I know
We
somewhere
can't
like
all be
we are.
related because some of us been hunching, okay? So, but
Yeah, some
anyway,
of us
go
been
ahead.
hunching, you know what I'm saying? Some of us been doing. But what I'm saying is like the camaraderie, like everything is starting to feel real close. And I like that, man. And so I guess like I said, my final thought would be, man, like I said, we just gotta keep going, man, and just keep pushing, man. And like I said, we gotta have more events for us, lineage based events.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? And I'll wrap it up real quick. I was talking to my wife and I told her, I said, sweetheart, I said, we always do events where we try and do something for the homeless or doing something for the empire. I said, when are we gonna just do events for us, like lineage
Yeah.
wise? Like I just want to make like you know what I'm saying. Like let's just have a fish fry and we just eat. No paying nothing.
I
Nobody
would
got to
love
pay
that.
nothing. We just all kick it and just like a family reunion, bro, and just eat. And like I said,
Oh,
like
and we could call it the family reunion.
I'm telling you,
Everybody bring
like
something.
a lineage based event and call it a family reunion because that's exactly what it is, man. And like I said, like we got to start doing more of that because it's on, man. And like you said, we're getting close. If you listen, like I said, Jason Black, he usually says, don't expect the news media to tell you that you're winning, but you're gonna hear certain things that let you know that you are. You look at the Tucker Carlson interview. You look at how like you said earlier, how they're starting to put people's nationalities out in front of these crime statistics.
Yeah.
Like
That never happened
we
before.
we are getting close. And I don't know, like I said, I know y'all feel it, but we are getting close. And so, like I said, I'll land with that, man. And I love y'all and peace and love and all my Black Americans, foundational Black Americans. Let's keep going.
Oh,
Yes.
you love it too.
And I love what you said because for a long time I felt alone and like very isolated in my thoughts. Except for
Hmm.
like my dad. I would talk to my father, but he outrageous. Y'all think I'm crazy? Oh my God. So sometimes you got to reel his ass back in because he child. But a lot of the things that I think, it's refreshing to, and that's how I know what you mean. Like it feels like family because we are literally vibing with like-minded people, and a lot of us have never had that before. Even though we're doing it in the metaverse, we're on the internet, but a lot of us have not. We don't have people in our close circles that share the same ideologies or even think about these things or even have the bandwidth to have these types of conversations. So the fact
Hmm.
that we found like-minded people to even listen to, like some, like the people in the comments, even if y'all not chiming in, like it's something to listen to that's like, wow, these things are in my head, and now I'm hearing other people talk about it, and we're seeing, like you said, we're seeing the things come to fruition and come to life, and the influence that we have is astronomical. Like we don't even think about it because we naturally do it, and that's why another reason why people envy us, because it's natural. And this is another reason why we never gate kept our shit, because we are always inventive, we are always creating, we are always moving the goalposts. We are always coming up with a new phrase. We are always coming up. We're not stuck in an archaic, primitive state of mind like other cultures. That's why they think we don't have one, because it continuously evolves and changes. So they're like, how could this be culture? They thinking culture is something primitive that you got to dig up and excavate up out the ground. When it's like, no, we are just lit like a fucking Christmas tree, and y'all are stagnant. We've never been stagnant. So seeing people move around and do the things that we do, it never even dawned on us, because it's like, okay, on to the next. We was doing that in the 90s. Bitch, we did that in the 80s. But now it's like y'all disrespecting us on top of nah. Now we got a problem.
Yeah,
Like,
you absolutely right. I'm the only one in my family like this. I swear to God, and it's so like I can't even speak to them. I can't talk to them or do nothing like that.
Hmm.
I just be quiet. My husband right now is like, "When you
thanks,
gonna come
King.
to bed? When you gonna come to bed? You,
Thanks,
you on
Jay.
that black shit?"
Oh,
I swear to God,
Hmm.
he was
ah,
like, "You on that black
Ain't that
shit?"
the truth?
that's
And
funny.
he was like, "You was never." I was like, "I've always been like this, but you never listened to me."
Hmm.
This has always been me. I'm always be like, you can leave if you feel like that,
Thanks,
because I'm
Tom.
always gonna be for my people. If you don't feel like you're a part of it, you don't want to be. He told me the other day, he was like, you want to be out in the streets, and I'm just worried about us.
Oh,
That's what he told me. He's like, you want to be out in the streets, and I'm just worried about us. And I was
do you
like,
want to be in the streets?
no, 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 no. Like we're talking about like in a whole in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
if it came down to it, of course I would get out there for my people. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
Oh,
that.
I
But he
thought you
just
meant like, trying to get a leg up with another man.
Trying to
No,
hit the
he's talking
block,
about
the
he's talking
blade.
about like no. He mean like being in the streets, like fighting for my people, and
Oh, okay.
he was just like, I can't worry about nobody else. All I can worry about is you and our family. And I was just like, that's not right. And he was like,
Mm.
you ready to die for this? And I said, if I have to, I will.
But you know what, Cottrell? That's not what we're supposed to do right now. We're not
No, I'm
supposed to
not doing
use
it right
our.
now.
No, I'm just saying, generally speaking, we're not in that time frame. We're on a
Yeah,
different timeline. So
yeah,
now what we're doing is this. It's digital. You know what I mean? It's virtual. We're in the metaverse. And I think a lot of people don't understand that either. They feel like, oh, well, y'all need to go out. We do when we need to, but we've all been called on by the ancestors to stay in the house.
yeah.
And look, we're all
Exactly.
in different states. We got different time zones, but we're able to commune with each other. This is something monumental. We're on the leading edge, and I don't even think we realize it.
Love
Because
Jones.
back then we would have had to be in the back corner of a church
Yeah,
somewhere in the
yeah.
dark with a lantern. And
And that's
now we're able to get together like this.
yeah. But love, I listen to you on your lives. I might not join in or whatever, but you do lives every night, and I listen to. He finna come out here right now. Finna talk to you. I be on your lives like every night, and I fall asleep, or I like listen to it, then I just fall asleep or something like that. I get off, but he gonna talk some shit. I
Yeah.
promise you,
Thanks,
he is.
man.
What you want
Okay.
to say?
Can I say something?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you good. You good. I like you too. The girl who just spoke, and you seem
Yeah,
fiery too.
Cottrell.
I like intelligent women that you don't have to say much, and they can just talk, and they know what they talking about. It's somebody else that kind of like on your wavelength. Love Jones. It's another female. You probably heard of her. She's on YouTube. Her name is Mouthy Megan.
Oh no, I never heard of her.
If you look her up, you're gonna be like, oh, I see what he's talking about. She's like a reflection of me. Like
It
she
don't matter.
she got
It don't
character like
matter.
you do and kind of funny and all of that. But she
Okay.
really don't show her face. But if you look her up, you'll be like, oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. But
Okay.
another thing I want to say is beware of like Pan Africanists. Another silent killer in the community that's spreading like this infiltration. Be careful and be aware of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement because they be saying stuff like blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, we all one. So they own that type of Democrat
Oh,
time.
they
And
kind of like Pan American, kind of.
yeah, they kind of like they push like so they'll be like, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, we all tortured the same by the white man. We all going
Oh.
through the same thing. We all was on the same slave ships and all of that. Like they allow tetherism and they allow people into the community to take leadership roles over black people, and they be saying
Oh
stuff like
no.
Puerto Ricans did create hip hop. They be
Oh
saying stuff
no.
like that. So they sickening, man. And a lot of them be like tethers because they be recruiting like black people from the Caribbean and all of that. So they anti everything that we about. So just be aware of those people as well.
You
Yo,
left
sis,
something
can
out
I
too,
can I
brother.
address something? Can I
Yeah,
address
King,
something?
because I heard you was an Israelite. Go ahead.
Right. So what he
Oh,
just said, that brother has discernment, right? Because what I tell people is that like the whole so first of all, it's not black Hebrew Israelite. You're a Hebrew Israelite and that's something you're born. It's not a group you can join, right? So let me tell you what this world did, right? Because the synagogue of Satan, the YT government, they knew our awakening of who we are, would happen. So you know what they did? They went to the hoods and they recruited these brothers and they said, hey, study the 66 books, study the 88 books, right? Do not deviate from that. Go in the corner, dress up, be angry, be boisterous, be loud, be hateful, say you hate YTPPL, right? And they recruited these people all over the country, right?
Hmm.
So as you have people like me who don't hate anyone per se. Well, I hate Satan's people, but I don't hate anyone, because of their race or ethnicity, right? When I say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, 99% of people, you know where their programming goes to? Those guys on the corner. It was diabolically genius. It was genius. So the fact that brother, because that 12 tribes chart is absolutely BS. Like that brother, bro, you got discernment. You are literally the first
Wait, so
person.
you're not a Hebrew Israelite?
Okay, so a Hebrew Israelite is a bloodline. It's not something you can join, right? So I'm a Hebrew Israelite because I'm from the tribe of Judah, right? As a Black American, right? Also, as you know, the American Indians, right? What they did was they made it seem like Hebrew Israelite, that's why they threw the word black in front of it, is something you can join. Michael Jordan is a Hebrew Israelite. Oprah Winfrey is a Hebrew Israelite, right? So it's a bloodline. It's not a group that you can join.
So you was born, so your parents, your dad, your mom, did all that?
99% of Black Americans are Hebrew Israelites. Also, the real, as we know, indigenous American Indians from the tribe of Judah.
So are you a Pan-American?
A Pan American? What's
Like
that?
with all the Caribbean countries in the Americas, the Latinos in the Americas, you feel like we're all the same, all one and the same. Like what
Nah, hell,
the
sis,
guy above just said.
yeah, nah, sis, you know where I
Yes,
stand.
that's what
Like
they
I'm
believe.
10
That's
toes
what they
down for Black
believe.
Americans. Nah, these people, like I said yesterday, man, like all of these other so-called, that's why I don't do that term Black people, because the other so-called Black people, none of them like Black Americans. And I'm generally speaking, right? But yeah, I don't do that. I'm 10 toes down for Black Americans.
Damn, people trying to come up. I'm getting off it. I'm tired. It's 2:38. I didn't got it in me to go this long tonight, y'all. I
You
will
know
see you
what?
all tomorrow. I'll try to come up earlier.
Love Jones, before you get off, I want you to look into something else too that I was looking at. I'm gonna send you the video. It's this
Okay.
Haitian guy. He's trying to recruit Black American women to go against Black American men. He's
Oh
trying to
boy.
recruit like Black American women to like fight whatever they doing. And I got the video. I'll send it to you. I
All
just gotta
right.
find it. But
And
All
yeah,
Love,
I'm
right.
Love
finna
Jones,
I'm
real
finna
quick.
go I'm finna go to bed too.
Wait, Love Jones, real quick. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You know that,
I
right?
don't know. I don't know anything about that to claim. I don't like to claim anything. Like you'll never hear me running around saying I'm FBA, even though from my understanding of it, I am. But if I don't really resonate, I didn't even call myself Black for a long time. I used to say I'm a melanin rich American. And now that I see it as an ethnic marker, I'll say I'm Black American. But I'm not about to get up here and call myself a Hebrew Israelite and I don't know anything about it.
And can I say something, Love Jones, to your comment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you call yourself an Israelite, then guess what? Someone else has already made that claim in the world. You got people all over the world claiming to be Israelites. You got Israelites in Iran, Persian Jews. You got Israelites in Israel. You got Israelites in Turkey. You got Israelites in China. They everywhere. But this FBA lineage, nobody can claim this. That's why everybody is upset. It's nothing special about calling yourself an Israelite if everybody else can do it. But who can say they are a FBA? Nobody but the true FBA. It doesn't require a belief in God. It doesn't require a religious text. Only thing it requires, are you a descendant of the black people who built this nation, the greatest nation on this earth? I'm proud to say I'm FBA.
No,
You
right, bro.
know,
But yeah,
that's like the
them people are
greatest thing
not
that you can
Hebrew
say at this time.
Israelites.
All of
Yeah.
that Israelite stuff, you know, you got to deal with Netanyahu and them. You're not more Israelite than them.
Well, they're the fakes. They're not the
But
real.
see, you
So
got to argue and fight that.
I don't have to do. No, I don't.
I
I
don't
just
have
say
to
they're the
fight with
fake.
anybody to say I'm an FBA. Can't nobody say, oh, they're the fake FBAs. Can't nobody say that. But with that Israelite thing, anybody can claim to be an Israelite. You got Somalian Jews, you got Ethiopian Jews. So you back at square
If we
one.
use right,
Hold
right.
on, hold on, hold on. You back at square one. What we trying to get away from? We trying to delineate, but you can't walk two paths at the same time. You got to choose. Are you going to be an
Bro,
Israelite, or are you going to
bro,
be FBA? You
bro,
can't say
not
I'm
sure.
delineating.
Bro, you being disingenuous,
I'm not
but
being
it's okay.
disingenuous. I know.
Okay.
Listen, sir. I know everything about that HBI
No, you don't.
movement. Yes, I do. Every single thing. I know all
You
about
wouldn't have
the
said what you just
Deuteronomy
said if you did.
28. I know about the
You wouldn't
scattered
have said
people.
what you just said if you did.
So
Because here's the thing, right?
are Latinos the Northern Kingdom?
Absolutely not.
They're not. So you don't follow the One West doctrine?
I don't follow that 12 tribes chart.
So where did you
Did you
find
not?
out? Okay, you got that the black people are the tribe of Judah. That came
Not
from,
black people, black Americans, be specific.
okay, that came from out of the Hebrew Israelite One West movement.
Bruh, you
I'm not trying to take away your claim. Don't think I'm doing it. You can
listen.
believe what you want to believe. You can believe you a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm gonna say
Now you're
good.
playing. Now
I'm
you're
gonna say
playing.
dinosaur
Okay,
power.
now I,
Oh Lord,
bruh, y'all
what
say the
y'all
same
got
stuff.
going
I see where
on?
this is going, but go ahead.
No, I'm just keeping it real. Like
No,
the
because you
FBA
sound
thing,
actually African. You actually sound African
that's
because
fine.
they
And I
say the
don't,
same
hey, and
stuff.
guess
They
what else?
literally
I
say
may
the same
sound
shit. They
African,
be
but
like, you
look,
can believe you're a dinosaur. You
look,
so
I
I
don't
know how to
sound
read
I don't sound
cues.
Jewish because I'm not a Jew. That's one thing I
Okay,
can proudly
exit. No,
say.
now I know where this is going. Got it, bruh. I'm
You
telling y'all
can't
these
tell this
scriptures.
lady that she's a Jew. You can't tell her that. In order
Okay,
to say you a Jew, you gotta say a
bruh.
Abraham.
This
Say
guy,
small hats.
he's
I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
African.
yeah.
know,
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
about to get off, but
Small
I
hat. Yeah,
To
small
small hat.
everybody
I'm
hats.
sorry. I'm
listening,
sorry.
he's definitely African.
Okay.
Definitely
All right. You
African.
can say that all you want. I know who I am.
Definitely
I don't
African.
have to prove who I am to you. Okay. So only thing I'm
You're
saying is,
proving it by what you're
in order
saying, bruh.
for you to say that you are a small hat, you got to say Abraham existed. You got to say Isaac existed. You got to say Jacob existed. You can't prove any of that.
Right. You don't subscribe to the Bible. Got it. Cool. Great.
Cool, great, fine, dandy, superb, amazing, right?
Yeah, he's an African tether.
So you can
He's an
say all of that.
African.
Okay, all right. You can say
He's
whatever you
a,
want to say. That don't affect
he's
me. That
it's
doesn't
fine,
affect
man.
me.
That's cool,
No,
bro. It's
no,
cool.
no, no. You're upset
I'm not
because
upset. I just
you're
recognize
upset
agents.
because
I'm not upset. What are you talking
FBA,
about?
the FBA lineage, it trumps any of that Hebrew small hat claim that you come up with.
Okay,
It
listen. And
trumps
at the
all of
core,
that.
okay, bro. So let me say this, right? So at the core of
Because if
saying
you
you're,
say that you
so
are a
hear me.
Hebrew,
Listen,
you
listen.
can't say
You've
you are
been
an
okay.
indigenous
So listen.
American.
You've been primarily talking, right?
Because if you say
At the
you
core.
Hebrew,
Okay, brother.
you
I
are
got you.
indigenous to
Black,
over
I
there
let
in
King
Israel.
respond, and y'all got 5 more minutes, and I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I don't know
okay.
what the how to turn into Hebrew this and Israelite.
He didn't
I look,
look, bro. Like
go
it was
ahead,
both.
King, respond, rebut what he's saying, and then
All
we
right.
gotta
So
go.
at the core of what it means to be a Hebrew Israelite is it's you're God's chosen, right? So Black Americans are from the tribe of Judah, right? You know who else is from the tribe of Judah? Jesus Christ, right? So when we say that, right, we are literally saying that we're God's number one people, right? And now I explained to you that you didn't quite, I don't know if you heard that these guys on the corner, they're agents. They're agents, like literally. They're because here's what the devil will do: he'll give you half truths as well, right? So again, being a Hebrew Israelite is not a group you can join; it's a bloodline, and this is why you have these Africans come on these panels and say, "You guys are a mix, and you guys are mixed with white too." They already know there's pure bloods. They already know that, right?
Let me
So
respond to what you said now. So he said the people on the corner are agents.
yes,
But this dude is not a part of any group. The groups have more say so than you. The groups are the ones out there saying everything that I said, that blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are just one group and trying to lump us all in and saying that all of us went through chattel slavery and all of that. You can be this little isolated um
so wouldn't
small
that make
hat, but
sense if I just
you're
literally
just
told
a
you that they are
you
funded
see,
by
you
the white
interrupted me when you was
government?
talking. I was quiet. You got to have control of your spirit. You said you God's
Here we
chosen,
go. Now this is how they you
but when
gotta
you was
okay.
speaking, I was quiet. Was I not, Love
Go
Jones?
ahead, bro.
Did
Go
I
ahead.
not be quiet? Did I not let him speak?
I'm sorry. I
Thank you.
just,
It's no need to be sorry. Just mute up while
bro.
I'm
It's just
speaking.
you're being disingenuous and
I'm
you're
not. I
being
just want to talk,
okay.
and then I'm gonna pass the mic back
Okay,
to
go
you.
ahead.
Rest over. Okay, just rest in your femininity and allow me to speak.
Okay, cool, agent.
Whatever. So he's trying to take the religious spin. And what I'm saying, when you take that religious spin, then you lose the uniqueness of being of a special group. Because like I said, you have people all over the world saying they are Israelites and a part of that bloodline. So you saying that, oh, they can't be it because it's a bloodline. They can say the
This
same
nigga's
thing
crazy.
about you.
This
What
nigga's
makes
crazy.
your word stronger than their word?
Bro, I
So that's
literally,
why I'm
okay,
saying
can I
when you
respond
say
now?
that you are an FBA, nobody can make that claim. Nobody
Listen, what you're,
overseas can make that claim, but anybody can say they are small hat. It doesn't matter if you say
I
no,
got
they're
you.
not, they're fake. They can point fingers at you and say you fake.
I got you. I got
So
you. I
that's
got you.
silly, and I'm done with it. You got it.
Okay, cool. So basically, let me explain to y'all what these agents do, right? So basically, what he literally just did is like subliminally told Black Americans, hey, do not claim your God given identity, claim FBA. So he's telling y'all, okay, claim FBA, right? But don't claim that you're chosen because everybody say that they're chosen and it's chosen people when we know they the fakes, right? Now, you didn't hear anything that I said, brother. I said those guys, okay, so you said they have a bigger voice and platform,
You
right?
talking
I
religion,
listen, bro,
man.
listen. I explained that, right? Wouldn't that make sense if I told you that these people are funded by the white T government?
No, it
That they
wouldn't
have
make
a bigger
sense.
influence?
No, it
Nothing you're
wouldn't make
saying makes
sense.
sense.
No, it
So
wouldn't
it's
make sense because
listen,
the claim that you're making it's
listen.
a
I
21st
wasn't finished.
century
Now
claim.
you interrupted me. I wasn't finished.
You
Listen,
asked me a question.
my people. Listen, you have to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and that can only come from the heavens. When you listen to these people, they tell on themselves. Simple. I literally just said that many of those guys on the corner are agents to demonize the awakening because the devil will give you half truths as well. So when you have a guy like me who awakened to being a Hebrew Israelite, awakened to being an American Indian, right? When I tell people this, oh, so those hateful black guys on the corner, y'all better know. You know what? I'm off this.
The black guys on the corner.
Let me can I ask him one simple
Like,
question? I'm gonna ask
All
him one
right,
simple question.
that's it. Cause I've been trying to get off here for
yeah.
45
She
minutes.
Love
let her
Jones.
get off.
Let me
If she
ask him
want to get off,
one
don't press
last
the issue.
question. One last
No,
question.
if she want to get off, don't. I'm not gonna.
Well,
I'm gonna
here's the thing.
respect what she
I'm gonna
said.
make one last statement then. I can trace my genealogy back to black people who were enslaved in America. This dude cannot trace his
What are you
genealogy
saying when
back.
you say that?
Why can't you just be
From
quiet while I make
Africa?
my last statement?
Listen to it. Listen. All right,
Why can't
listen
you
to me,
just be
y'all.
quiet and let me make my last
God, because he's
statement?
basically telling
Why
you
won't you just be
Africa. But
quiet
go
and let me
ahead.
make my last statement?
Go ahead, bro.
I can trace my lineage back to people who were enslaved in this country.
Enslaved. So when you
He
say enslaved, you mean
cannot.
Africa, right?
The reason why he talking because he know he about to get smacked in the
No,
face
I'm
with his
saying
truth
you
that I'm saying.
because no,
Why
I'm
won't
not.
you just
You
shut
mean
up and just
Africa,
let me
right?
finish? You
All right, go
nerd.
ahead.
You sound like a little white boy nerd. Why don't you just
Okay,
shut
Oh
cool.
up?
Yeah,
Lord.
I
Hey,
was
I'm
raised
out,
privileged.
man.
So
Okay.
This
what?
is I see a little fucking
Yeah, I
faggot
was
lady. You
raised
Stop.
privileged.
faggot. Fuck you,
No,
nigga.
Black, you gotta get disconnected because you're gonna get me a strike. You can't be saying certain stuff on here. Dang.
I told you, this is spiritual warfare. Them
Can't be
demons on your
saying
belt.
certain words.
Spiritual
Oh my
warfare.
God.
Spiritual warfare. And he
We
showed his
was
true colors. But
all right.
sis,
I gotta.
all love, sis.
Yeah, I
All
gotta
love, I
go.
appreciate you.
I'll be back tomorrow, probably earlier. Um. Oh fuck. All right. Spread love is the Brooklyn way, y'all. Damn. We was doing so good. God damn. All right. Bye.